Senior night in DeKalb, Illinois. The visitors, the defending MAC champion, Western Michigan Broncos in town, taking on the Northern Illinois Huskies, a key intra-divisional rival on the Plains. It's Maction on a Wednesday night on ESPN. Quick look at the MAC standings. We'll tell you how important this game is. First of all, let's take a look at the East. It's a two-horse race after Akron beat Ohio last night. The Zips controlled their own destiny. In the West, 4 teams open the night still alive, although after the night's action, we'll be down to 3. That leaves us with a loser leave town match here tonight. As Desmond Howard, Chris Cotter alongside for the ride here in DeKalb. And this is a critical game for both teams. Obviously, you got to win to stay alive. And they're going to be doing it with 2 freshman quarterbacks who started the season as backups.
I know you got Northern Illinois. You look at their quarterback, Marcus Childers. Now, this guy was thrust into action because of a couple of injuries to the quarterback position early in the season. But he has 5 starts under his belt. He's 4-1. And now he's a guy who they really trust with the ball. Only 3 interceptions right now. Great manager of the game, but also a threat to run the ball, averaging just under 4 yards a carry and 4 touchdowns on the ground. And then Reese Goddard, this is his 3rd start. Talented freshman out of Missouri, much better runner than passer with the ball so far, but they're going to ask him to make some throws tonight, Chris.
And one thing that Reese Goddard has going for him, he can turn around and hand it off to the top running back in Western Michigan history, Jarvion.
Oh, Chris, this guy is the workhorse. He can do anything and everything you ask of him from the running back position. He's a great receiver out of the backfield. As a runner, very, very tough in between the tackles, enough speed to get to the second level, and he's great in pass pro, Chris.
And if Northern Illinois is going to deal with this great Western Michigan rushing attack, they're going to do it with a superstar that was really not expected to be that much of a contributor before this year. With more on that, let's go to our own superstar, Quinn Kesnick, down on the field. Quinn?
That is Sutton Smith, redshirt sophomore, defensive end. He leads the country in quarterback pressures. That's sacks, hits, and hurries. He's only 6 foot, 225 pounds, but he is super fast coming off the edge and relentless. He gets outside big offensive tackles and pressures the quarterback. He's got a nice inside move. Kid that was recruited as a running back. They moved him to linebacker. He kind of kicked around there. Now he is the most impactful defensive end, folks, in the country, Sutton Smith.
Thanks, Quinn. A semifinalist for the Bednarik Award, Sutton Smith, leading this Husky defense. Critical game in the MAC coming your way next. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to kick in a bit.
$13 smoked brisket from a fast food place doesn't make sense. But this is Arby's. We don't make sense. We make sandwiches. Arby's, we have the meat.
This is not another 18-blade razor.
Because this is one blade from Philips Norelco. A blade for beards and stubble. Shape and shave any length and be your best you with one blade from Philips Norelco. Innovation and you. Philips Norelco.
Oh, this is taking forever. I'm so hungry I could die.
Whoa, Pete. Maybe we choose better words?
At least he had time to eat.
Unbelievable.
No excuses.
Not cool, Pete.
Snap into bold-flavored protein. Snap into a Slim Jim.
Tecate Light, born bold.
Senior night in DeKalb. We are ready for some action. Huskies being held back. Hold me back, please. Broncos are waiting.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be a good one tonight. Critical game. Loser is on their way home as far as the MAC championship is concerned. Winner stays alive. The weather right now, temperature 40 degrees, wind chill. This fella next to me here from South Florida is thinking that the weatherman might be a little off on that one.
A little bit.
It feels a little colder than 30 degrees. That might be just me. Quinn Kesnick might be thinking it feels a lot colder than 30 degrees down on the field. But this is a hardy group up here in DeKalb. They're looking forward to seeing their team play on senior night. 17 seniors, including 10 starters, were honored before the game tonight with their families. And Northern won the toss, elected to defer, so they will kick off with the wind, and that's critical tonight. This wind is blowing, as you saw, 19 miles an hour. It's gusting even harder than that. And Josh Orn will put the ball in play. Keep an eye on number 4. As always with Western Michigan, Darius Phillips. There he is. He's already returned two kicks for touchdowns this year. And as far as his career goes, more prolific than maybe anybody in the history of the game.
I mean, he's an outstanding return man. Kickoff returns, punt returns. I mean, just very dangerous with the ball in his hands. 5 touchdowns, 4 kickoff return touchdowns for 100 yards each. I mean, that's insane. So this guy right here, if I'm Northern, I'm making sure that he doesn't touch the ball right now.
Well, Orn will have the wind at his back as he puts toe to leather. And Phillips is going to have an opportunity, but it bounces off his shoulder pads. He picks it up, and he's going to be corralled at the 12-yard line. So Phillips wasn't able to catch that ball cleanly, and that'll put Western Michigan in a little bit of a hole here. Reese Goddard gets his 3rd start of the year after coming in for an injured John Wasink, and he improved in his last start than 2 weeks ago when we saw him against Central.
Yeah, he has. And what happened the first game against Central Michigan was things were just too fast for him. You know, he was hurrying his drop. His offensive coordinator, Kevin John, said that he was really going at hyper speed. He had to slow down his drop, slow everything down. And that's what they started to see in the second game. So now this is his 3rd start. They really expect him to start to come into his own tonight.
And Jarvion Franklin in the backfield with him. Franklin with the carry, gets through the middle of the line, is going to pick up about 5, and we are going to see a healthy dose of Franklin tonight, aren't we?
Oh, no doubt about that. I mean, he's the workhorse of the offense. I mean, he's a senior, he's a leader. In a game of this type of importance, you know they're going to lean on their senior, Jarvion Franklin.
Franklin with 6 straight 100-yard games coming in here, including 191 last time out against Kent State. Over 4,700 career yards for Franklin and 55 total touchdowns. Gets the handoff this time, trying to bounce it outside. Can't corral that time by Northern Illinois. And Jack Heflin getting into the backfield to make the stop.
Yeah, great penetration by the defensive front on the right-hand side. But Jarvion Franklin is more of an in-between the tackles type of guy. Kind of surprised they tried to attack the edge with Jarvion on that run right there.
Well, 3rd and 9 right now, deep in their own territory. Let's see what Western Michigan wants to do here with this kind of wind whipping around Husky Stadium. Tim Lester and Kevin Johns, the offensive coordinator, opt to be more conservative. We'll look to open things up on 3rd and long. Goddard to pass. Can't find a receiver. Now loses his footing, and he'll go down.
This is exactly a situation that Kevin Kane, the defensive coordinator for Northern, wanted to get Western's offense into 3rd and long situations to see if the young quarterback, Reese Goddard, can throw the ball, if he can go through his progression. As you see right there, when he gets a little pressure, he's going to tuck it and try to make a play with his legs.
And look who it is, Sutton Smith with his 11.5 sack of the season. In that backfield, we're going to be calling his name a lot. So Derek Mitchell into punt. Chad Beebe back to return the kick for Northern Illinois. That name sounds familiar. It's Don Beebe's son. Don's going to join us here in the booth in a little bit here watching the game.
Don's my guy.
Yeah, he's a former teammate of yours. Look at that wind kill that punt too. Mitchell got it away and he got it up into the wind, knocked it down. It'll be great field position for the Huskies when they start their first offensive possession. The 31-yard line to start play for the Huskies.
And this wind's going to be a factor all night tonight too. Yeah, and it's going to be a factor tonight.
Marcus Childers, starting quarterback for Northern Illinois. 4-1 as a starter. As you mentioned in the open, 13 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, so he's been efficient.
Very efficient quarterback, very smart player. They really trust him with the ball in his hands. They know that he can get them in and out of any situation because he's a guy who studies football. He's a gym rat.
Jordan Huff eludes one tackle, eludes another one, gets into the secondary, stiff arm to the 5, touchdown. 31 yards on the carry, and Desmond, the Huskies could not have asked for a better start in this game.
No, you really couldn't. And we talked to the coaches yesterday about this young man. They were so excited to get Jordan Huff back. They say he's different in a great way, and you see why right there. Breaking tackles, going north and south, not wasting a lot of time. What a tremendous run to start the game by Jordan Huff. Senior out of Mobile, Alabama.
Snap is low, but put down by Beebe. And Christian Hagan with the point after attempt. It's good, and just like that, the Huskies explode in front of the hometown folks. 7-0, Northern Illinois on top.
Welcome. How's it going?
Hi. Hi.
Okay, so you've got two friends here.
Yes.
This is the J.D. Power Award for dependability. Now, I want you to give it to the friend that you think is most dependable.
Oh!
Wow.
It's just not fair. Does she have to?
She doesn't have to.
Oh my God!
No, but it's a tough choice, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, luckily, Chevy makes it a little easier, because it's the only brand to earn J.D. Power Dependability Awards for cars, trucks, and SUVs 2 years in a row.
That's amazing.
Chevy's a name you can trust.
Hey, girl, I miss you.
I can't wait to see my snuggle bug.
Dude, group chat.
The magic of iPhone 10 on America's Best Unlimited Network. Right now, get $300 off iPhone 10 at T-Mobile.
Over a year ago, I was diagnosed with advanced non-small cell lung cancer.
A true story with Keytruda.
My world came crashing down.
Come on, kids.
But I was not ready to give up.
After testing for high levels of PD-L1, I started on Keytruda.
In a clinical study, Keytruda offered patients a longer life than chemotherapy, and it's an immunotherapy that can be your first treatment. Keytruda is for adults with non-small cell lung cancer that has spread, who test positive for PD-L1, and whose tumors do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack normal organs and tissues in your body and affect how they work, and may be serious and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you experience new or worsening cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, nausea or vomiting, rapid heartbeat, increased hunger or thirst, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in urine, changes in eyesight, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, rash, itching or flushing, as this may keep these problems from becoming more serious. These are not all the possible side effects of Keytruda. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you've had an organ transplant, or lung, breathing, or liver problems.
I used to take the small things for granted. I don't anymore.
Living longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda, with more FDA-approved uses for advanced lung cancer than any other immunotherapy.
No. You can scroll menus for days, or just get what you want. All your favorites you crave, one box, $5, no hard choices. The $5 Cravings Deal, only at Taco Bell.
Seven to nothing our score here early. Northern Illinois breaking out on top of Western Michigan. 31-yard run by Jordan Huff on the first play from scrimmage for the Huskies to put them on top. Wind continues to whip around the stadium here. Josh Orn put the ball in play, and another opportunity to see Darius Phillips couldn't handle the first kickoff to open up the game. And this is probably something we're going to see quite often today. The ball rolling off the tee, and someone's going to have to hold that football.
You're right about that. If it happens again, they're going to have to get a guy down there to hold the football. It is so breezy out there. Man, that one punt, that ball went up, came straight back down.
Going to have an effect on this game for sure, because it's only getting windier as Orn kicks this one right out of the back of the end zone. And be a touchback for Western Michigan. Let's take another look at that touchdown.
Let's watch Jordan Huff right here. He just washed all the defensive linemen down. He came and cut back out of the backside. Missed tackle right there, missed tackle right there. I mean, he has really good footwork in the hole. Just subtle moves, you know what I mean, Chris? Not dramatic moves, subtle moves that make you miss. But he's excellent at breaking tackles. He's a very, very physical runner with the ball in his hands.
He missed 3 games this year with injury, coming back, and he has feasted against Western Michigan over the years, and he's starting off on a good foot here.
Yeah, and that was an inside zone play. We're going to see a lot of inside zone runs today from Northern.
Hand off to Franklin. On the right side, has some room, gets to the edge, pick up about 9 yards on the carry before Alvin Smalls brings him down.
just a power run. They pull 2 offensive linemen and just let them lead Franklin around the right end. You know, like I say, he's not a guy who's going to attack the edges a lot, but when he has a convoy of blockers in front of him, he's going to be pretty efficient.
A brief look at Tim Lester there. He's urging his charges on after falling behind in this one. Franklin again up the middle, powers his way before running into that brick wall that is the Northern Illinois defense. Ben Leroy and Jack Heflin on the stop. Looks like it's just enough though for the first down.
This is exactly what Kevin Johns, offensive coordinator, would like to do right now with this offense, especially with Reese Goddard at quarterback, because he doesn't want to put him in situations where he has to throw the ball. They want to throw the ball when they want to, not when they have to. And this has been manageable downs and distance situations in this drive so far just by running the ball.
Goddard to pass over the middle, ball tipped and drops incomplete. Looking for Dwayne Eskridge.
Yeah, it was a run pass option. He saw that he thought he had the safety in the box, so he was going to go ahead and go with the throw as the safety came up. You see number 6.
Joe Sanders with the batted down that pass. Good look at the Western Michigan coaching staff up in the box.
He's trying to read the linebackers and the safeties on these RPOs.
2nd down and 10 for the Broncos. This time faking the reverse. Jarvion Franklin keeps the ball, makes one man miss. Picks up about 8 yards on the carry before Joe Sanders is there for the stop. 3rd and short now.
A little razzle-dazzle by the Broncos offense. A little fake reverse. Kind of got the defense, got him to hesitate just long enough so Franklin could get around the left end, the left edge, and put him back in another manageable down and distance situation for Reese Goddard, the freshman quarterback. 3rd and 2.
Ernstberg, the tight end in motion, hand off to Franklin. Dances through the middle of that line of scrimmage, and again, looks like he picked up just enough for the first.
Yeah, that's the game plan tonight, Chris. And speaking to the OC, he said that they wanted to make this game a game where the quarterback, Reese Goddard, wouldn't have to think as much. They wanted to incorporate plays that he was very comfortable with. And he said they went with the less is more approach with this game tonight.
Now empty backfield. On 1st and 10, just shy of midfield. Goddard looking to throw the swing pass, gets it out to his man, picks up about 6-7 yards. Rashawn Davey on the receiving end. Davey pressed into action because there's so many injuries to the running backs here with Western Michigan. They've lost Bellamy, Bogan, Tucker, 3 of their top 4 backs. They've had to convert Davey from the wide receiver spot to running back.
Yeah, it's been running back by committee at this point because of so many injuries. And Davey's the guy who they like to get the ball in his hands out in space. He's not a big player, so they're not going to run him in between the tackles too often, but bubble screens, jet sweeps, he's really good at those.
Goddard keeping it himself. He'll pick up a couple. Davey's also pretty darn good at cutting hair. He gave you a haircut last time we were in Kalamazoo. He's the team barber.
Yes, he did. We may have some footage of that. I was a brave soul. That's called taking one for the team.
Well, you needed a little trim, you know?
That's true.
I did a little crazy on the side. Just a good look at Davey.
There you go. Look at it.
With his weapon of choice.
Exactly.
Trimmer. Looking good, Des.
He did a good job. Yeah. He was okay. He was all right. I used to cut hair when I was in college. I understand. I respect that hustle.
Fade high top. Franklin finds a little bit of room, dances outside. He'll pick up the first down. Joe Sanders heavily involved from his linebacker spot here early in the game, once again making the tackle. But Western Michigan, Des, to your point, moving the chains on the ground.
Yeah, they caught them with the pressure. Bobby Jones came from the linebacker position. And, once you catch a defense in the pressure, once you can pop across that first line of defense, then you're going to have a pretty nice run, pretty sizable run. And I told you, Franklin is the workhorse. We're going to see a lot of him. We're going to be talking about a lot of him tonight, Chris.
Old number 31. Again, just puts his head down, tries to get what he can. There's not much there. Albert Smalls coming up from his corner spot along with Juwan Johnson making the stop.
But what I like about Franklin is he's a guy who accepts the challenge. I mean, he's a senior. He's played a lot of football for the Broncos. He lives for moments like this when they're going to put the offense on his shoulders and see if he can carry the offense. I love his attitude in a game like this.
Goddard looks back over to the sideline for the play call. Time-consuming drive here. Getting under 8.5 minutes left to go here in this first quarter. Second drive of the game. Second offensive possession of the game for Western Michigan. Goddard trying to pass too far that time. And a big hit put on the receiver. Tyron Arnett was the intended receiver. 19, Shawan Lurie. In the top cover corners with the big hit.
Yeah, Shawan Lurie. I'm telling you, I think if that ball was thrown in a position where it could have been caught, Shawan may have caught that and taken it to the house. That may have been a pick six. You're lucky that ball died down and hit the ground, because Shawan was in the perfect position to either make a big hit or pick the ball off.
And he's a ball hawk too. Lurie has 14 career interceptions, too shy of the school record.
He's a very instinctive player. He doesn't mind taking risks.
Goddard back to pass. Can't find a receiver, tucks it, he's gonna go down. Another sack. William Lee and his teammates arrived in time to bring down Goddard on third down. It's gonna bring up fourth down.
Northern once again came with pressure. Number 7, Juwan Johnson came, and when you watch Goddard, when his first read isn't there, he's looking to run the ball. He almost panics, and they had a lot of pressure in his face. He's not gonna go through his progression. Like I said earlier, he's a guy who things are still moving very fast for him. And that situation didn't have much.
No hope.
No, he didn't have nowhere to run after that.
Derek Mitchell, his second punt, low snap, he handles it. Trying to keep it low and out of the wind. He's going to get an opportunity. Chad Beebe will not be able to return it. Ball dies right at the 20-yard line. That's where Northern Illinois will take over after a 30-yard punt. 7-0. Huskies on top midway through the first quarter.
ESPN, home of the New Year's Six and the college football playoff.
Heineken has been family-owned since 1873. They know about family tradition. My favorite family tradition? Exchanging gifts. It allows me to showcase my range as an actor. What could this be? You shouldn't have. I love it. Ha, ha, ha. I actually bought these myself. There's more behind the star.
Elvira.
Blanca. Shamu.
New Blue.
Old Orange. Annie.
Teddy.
Sapphire.
Wild Dog.
Blue Eyes.
Baby. Baby. Because that's my baby. There she is.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. And I don't share it with Mom, right, Mom? Right.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
When I'm with you, the rest of the world fades away. So I got you something that stands out as beautifully as you do.
Levion at Jared. Only Jared has more exclusive Levion pieces than any other jewelry store in the world. And now, visit Jared.com for $100 off any Levion purchase. The one gift as unique as she is. That's why he went to Jared.
Introducing the all-new delivery pouch from Pizza Hut. Thanks to 3 layers of thermal insulation, your pizza arrives oven hot. It's like having our oven right in your kitchen. Well, pretty close. Try it with the best pizza delivery deal. Large 2 topping, just $7.99. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
ESPN College Football, brought to you by Chevy, the only brand to earn J.D. Power Dependability Awards for cars, trucks, and SUVs 2 years in a row.
Senior night here in DeKalb. 17 seniors being honored, and 10 of them starters. One of them, Chad Beebe, you just saw attempting to return that punt, but these conditions are brutal. Wasn't able to do it, but Northern Illinois will scrimmage from their own 20. Big night for seniors. Jordan Huff in the backfield. Another one of those seniors honored today. Actually has already earned his degree. Second offensive possession for the Huskies. They needed only 1 play to score last time around. This time taken to the air, incomplete. Sean Wyman, the tight end, the intended receiver on the play. Quinn Kesnick is down there on the field somewhere, unless he's been blown away in the last 8 minutes. How you doing, Quinn?
Yeah, I've seen the cheerleaders almost blown away like bowling pins tonight when that wind starts gusting. 20 miles an hour right now, left to right. It's going to impact strategy. Northern, with the win in this first quarter, look for them to take some shots and maybe throw the ball a little more as you see the perimeter run. And conversely, Western on that last drive, Chris, 12 plays, mostly on the ground or short throws. So it's really something that these coordinators have to factor in.
Yeah, thanks. Christian Blake on the outside run is able to pick up about 3 yards, brings up 3rd down and 7. Third down and 7 here for Northern Illinois. Big run up the middle, that time by Marcus Jones. Picks up a couple of yards before Robert Spillane is able to bring him down. Jones had a head of steam, but brought down by the linebacker, the senior out of Oak Park, Illinois. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So a good defensive stand for Western Michigan after they went on a time-consuming drive that they weren't able to put any points on the board, but at least showed they could run the football. And now they've shown they can stop Northern Illinois running the football.
I think that was big for their confidence, too, offensively, knowing that they're going up against the #1 rush defense in the conference. To be able to do what they did running the ball. Even though they didn't get any points, I think they have a lot of confidence coming to the next possession.
Matt Ferentz to punt this time to Darius Phillips. Phillips lets it bounce and roll out of bounds. Western Michigan will take over at their own 35-yard line. Well, fresh off of their trouncing of Notre Dame, undefeated. And #3, Miami, home again at Hard Rock Stadium to take on Virginia. Now watch out for the letdown, although they are at home, so that's going to help Saturday noon at ABC. And, of course, as always, all these games streaming live on the ESPN app.
The U is back.
They're back.
Gold chains and everything.
You know, our friend Jonathan Vilma refuses to acknowledge that they're back.
Oh, really?
He just keeps saying, not yet, almost. Yeah. Hey, they got a huge win against a top 3 team in Notre Dame last weekend. They're back.
You know what that is? He just doesn't want to jinx his alma mater.
Right.
That's what it is. He doesn't want to jinx him. I understand.
Franklin again with the carry, and they're just going to test that middle of that Northern Illinois defense. Picks up 3.
I guess with the wind in their face like this, they have to stay on the ground. Like Point said, it's really a serious factor that you have to take into consideration as a coordinator too, especially when you have a freshman quarterback, Reese Goddard, who, you know, he hasn't even thrown a touchdown yet. So I don't know how much confidence they have in him throwing the ball, and then you factor in these conditions. I really don't think you want him throwing the ball a lot tonight. We should see a lot of short, high percentage passes from Western tonight.
Franklin up the middle, busts a tackle, busts another one, keeps his feet. Great move to get some space inside Northern Illinois territory all the way down to the 36. Mikhail Allen was finally able to bring him down, but not before. Big run for Jarvion.
That's the perfect example right there of a workhorse. I mean, he's breaking tackles right there. He just kind of just bucked through that tackle. Nice footwork to get past that defender. I mean, making guys miss. Like I said, this is a challenge that Franklin, he welcomes. He loves going up against top defenses to see what they can do as an offense, to see what he can do as a running back.
23 yards on that last carry. He's got a lot of spacing. It's a great block from his receiver all the way down inside the 10. Bobby Jones finally bringing him down, but we're going to get 1st and goal for Western Michigan. 2 long runs for Jarvion and Franklin. Rod Carey said when we spoke to him this week, this is the best combination of tailback and offensive line they've faced since Boston College early on in the year, and we're seeing it in play right now.
He did, and I think defensively, Kevin Kay is going to have to drop some guys in the box because right now they can't handle Western Michigan's offensive line. They're blowing Northern's defensive front off the ball, creating huge holes for Franklin. And Franklin right now is running like a man on a mission.
Fake to Franklin. Goddard's going to pass. Great catch. Touchdown that time by Keyshawn Watson. What a catch, Des, to go up and get it after being hit by the defensive back.
That was an excellent catch. Just a skinny post, made sure that he crossed the defender's face and then went up there and grabbed it with his hands. In these conditions, Chris, that is not an easy ball to catch.
Kelty Williams was right there.
Yes, he was.
For the hit, but wasn't able to shake it free from Keyshawn Watson. Josh Grant puts his toe to the football, and it's good. 2 drives on the ground, grinded out kind of football for Western Michigan, and the Broncos get on the board and tie this one. 7 apiece for DeKalb.
The PK80 tips Thursday, November 23rd at 2:30 on ESPN.
I love Thanksgiving because it's the time of the year when the whole family gets together. Oh boy. We're gonna need a bigger turkey.
Ring in the holidays with Buick. It's the Enclave Black Friday event at your Buick dealer. Get 20% below MSRP on all 2017 Enclave premium models. That's over $10,500 on this specially equipped Enclave.
DirecTV has been rated #1 in customer satisfaction over cable for 17 years running. But some people still like cable, just like some people like wet grocery bags, getting a bad haircut, overcrowded trains, turnstiles that don't turn,
Oh, yeah!
and spilling coffee on themselves. But for everyone else, there's DirecTV. For #1 rated customer satisfaction over cable, switch to DirecTV and for a limited time get a $100 reward card. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Well, it's been a busy day of college football. Let's get caught up on the action. First up, Alabama. This play right here shows what eating chicken will do for you. Lots of broken tackles here. It's the chicken.
No idea what you're talking about.
Joey Galloway is here with chicken predictions.
My what?
Touchdown chicken.
Okay, are we filming right now?
Chicken, 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 chicken.
What is going on?
I don't know. Oh, that was weird.
New management.
Start your game day with the new Hash Brown Scramble Bowl from Chick-fil-A.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
All tied at 7 apiece here in Husky Stadium after Reese Goddard completed his first career touchdown pass to that man right there, Deshaun Watson. A couple of drives to take the time off the clock for Western Michigan and run heavy.
Run heavy and throw when we want to throw. Exactly how Kevin Johns wanted to attack this Northern defense. And man, what a catch by Watson too, giving this young quarterback Goddard some confidence now. Nice route, just simple bang 8 route, right up the seam, play action. Probably do a tremendous amount for Goddard's confidence.
DJ Brown and Chad Beebe back to return this kick. Derek Mitchell with the wind in his face. Just as he's about to put toe to leather, the ball falls off the tee again, so now they're going to have somebody hold it. This should just be a standing rule for the rest of the game. Someone's going to have to hold that football.
I agree, because if not, we'll waste a lot of time with that. See, maybe they get the safety, the guy who's the safety in the coverage. I mean, on the in the coverage to come hold the ball.
You might even hear that wind whistling through our microphones, and to see these players here for Northern Illinois, the deep men. They're all the way up at their 15. Chad Beebe's on the 15, and DJ Brown's all the way up to the 20-yard line. Mitchell gets this one off, and it's a good kick into the wind. Beebe driven all the way back to his 8, which is where he catches it. Finds some room to the 30. Has a blocker in front of him. Past midfield before he's finally taken down at the 45. Got a man standing next to us right here. Has a big smile on his face after seeing Chad's return. His dad, Don Beebe, is here in our booth, and welcome. That was obviously was a very nice play there by your boy on senior night, no less.
A lot better than I was, that's for sure. I just handed it off to Desmond.
You, of course, were teammates with Desmond on the Super Bowl team with the Packers. So
Yeah, and everybody should know how good of a guy Desmond Howard is, because in Super Bowl 31, I actually got him the block to give him that MVP trophy that he got. And he signed the ball to me. Oh, what a good guy. I'll do anything for my buddy Des.
Right? Exactly. Probably the 2 smallest returners in the league that time.
Yes, they were.
Well, man, we was tearing it up. We tore it up. We had a good time.
Well, Northern Illinois here now, going up top with the wind. Adam, again, the wind is going to play such a huge factor tonight. Shane Wyman, the tight end, was the intended receiver, but Marcus Childers just a little overthrown. Here you go. This is probably the play you were talking about here.
Watch my buddy BB. He's right there, leading me right up the hole. Just the 2 smallest returners in the league at that point. He got a good block, too.
That's all you needed for Des, man. He's gone,
she wrote after that.
I like the strut. Here we go.
Here we go. Now the celebration. Yep, that was spontaneous.
Good stuff.
Yes, that was not practiced nor rehearsed.
Jordan Huff with the carry, and a big game for Huff. That's going to be a first down for Northern Illinois. This type of a night, I mean, you think about this, and you're from the Midwest, so you played, in these types of windy, cold nights a lot. This is going to be one of those games where you're just going to have to grind it out, aren't you?
Yeah, you are. I mean, playing in Buffalo and Green Bay, I mean, these were normal conditions, to be honest with you, this time of year. But the toughest thing for a wide receiver is the wind.
Yeah.
Anything else is you can handle. It's the wind that makes it tough.
And as a returner, too.
Yeah, returner, too, especially punt returning. It makes it rough.
The guys like us from the Midwest, we have like a tough mentality. So we know that, a lot of other guys out there, they're going to be affected by this weather. They're going to be freezing. They're going to be cold. This is nothing. We enjoyed it.
Yeah, you've been in Miami for a few years. I think your blood's been a little bit huffed wide open along the right side.
As a young man, not today. Yeah, like the people from game day, if they're watching this broadcast, they're like, oh, Desmond's miserable. He's cold? Oh, he's very miserable right now.
Well, look at what Jordan Huff has been able to do here. He got loose on the first offensive play from scrimmage for Northern Illinois and scored on this drive. He's added 2 long runs to get the ball all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Jordan Huff is a bona fide NFL star waiting to happen, I think. I mean, that guy has all the tools to be a great one.
He didn't quite stretch it across the goal line, but it'll bring up 3rd down and goal. And Huff, as we mentioned, too, missed 3 games because of injury. Just came back in their last game against Ball State. So, and they say he's 100% right now, and you're getting to see what he can do at 100%.
Is there anyone that he reminds you of?
Yeah, he's a combination, really, of a guy of Thurman a little bit, but a little faster than Thurman. Okay. But that squatty body, those thick legs and can. Yeah. But man, he has great elusiveness inside the tackles, and when he hits it, he's gone.
Yeah.
And I think he's special. I think he's just gonna, if he finish out these last 3 games, because we'll be in a bowl game,
let's take a look at
somebody's gonna get a shot at him.
They're reviewing this play to see if Huff was able to stretch the ball across the goal line. Tim O'Day is our official, and Gary Bram, our replay official. Looks like his knee was down. You can't tell from that angle whether the ball is across the goal line, but his knee does go down.
I agree with you. I think his knee was down before he stretched the ball out across the goal line. Right there.
Right there, yeah.
Definitely down. It's not even close. Yeah. So Don, tell me about Chad. And I was talking to a couple of coaches, and they said that they're so impressed with the way he runs routes. Why is Chad such a technician when it comes to running routes?
Des, he's a completely different wide receiver than I was. I was an outside guy, run the deep comeback, dig, post, and go.
Right.
Just built on speed. He is that slot guy, that elusive guy, kind of like you. I mean, a shifty guy, really quick, and I think that back in our day, I don't think that there really would have been a position at the next level for a guy like him. But now, since everything's spread,
after reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is confirmed. The runner was short of the goal line. 2nd down, Northern Illinois.
But no, he's a really good route runner.
Yeah, I was in the meeting room yesterday watching some game film and some practice film of Chad running routes. It was just like he gets in and out of his breaks so quick and so crisp.
Yep.
It's impressive the way he runs his routes.
Keeper this time, and an easy score for Marcus Childers. Untouched into the end zone.
And he's just to me, obviously, as a father, he's just a great kid. You know, he's never. I don't know if I ever spanked him, Des. Can you believe it? I mean, that's saying something.
I mean, you and your wife did something good. You guys did a good job raising him.
Coach Carey, we asked him who his vocal leaders were, and he said BB was one of his vocal leaders. He chatted,
Well, he's gotten a little more this year. He's actually a quiet, unassuming type personality.
So
but Rod, I think Rod got it out of him this year. He sat him down a few times. He said, you got to be a little more vocal. So,
Don, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Enjoy senior night with your son.
I will. Thanks, guys. Always
have a good time.
See you, Des. Yes,
sir.
Huskies up 14-7. Back with more after this.
Together, we make the holidays hassle-free and put our holiday budgets to work. We find new ways to chase away the cold, pass down our recipes in double batches, and put in less work to welcome more family. We stock up on everyone's favorites, make room for more guests, and we gather where we always do. Together, we make everyone feel at home. Get the lowest prices of the year with 40% off major appliances like the Samsung or GE fridge. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
It's all yours.
Wow, record time.
At Cognizant, we're helping today's leading life sciences companies go beyond developing prescriptions to offering subscriptions with personalized real-time advice for lifelong healthy living.
Honey, you almost done?
Nope.
Get ready, because we're helping leading companies see it and see it through with digital.
14-7 Northern Illinois on top. Windy, chilly night here in DeKalb. Senior night. The Huskies. Critical game. Losers out of it as far as the West Division is concerned with the MAC. Winner stays alive, along with two other teams. We're coming right down to the wire. And this one, good opportunity to see Marcus Childers on the horn with offensive coordinator Mike Jeremovich up in the booth, scoring that touchdown to put the Huskies on top. 2 minutes and 34 seconds left in this first quarter, and 2 minutes and 34 seconds for the Huskies to enjoy the wind at their back. And wouldn't you know it, as soon as Josh Orrin approaches the football, it rolls off the tee.
Where did we see that before, huh? I was just saying, get a guy down there to hold the ball, man.
The rule is you get two opportunities before you have to have somebody hold it. So we'll get one more. Darius Phillips waiting for it. Darius is a dangerous man. Rod Carey told us, look, he told his kickers, if you kick it out of bounds, I won't be mad at you. You know? You do not want it in that kid's hands. And with the wind at his back, this one's just going to be powered right out of the back of the end zone. Well, this is one of the old rivalries in college football. They've been playing it since 1929. Saturday night, 8 o'clock on ESPN. It's USC versus UCLA. A couple good quarterbacks.
No doubt.
Yep.
No doubt about that.
ABC's where this one will be played at. 8 o'clock, the night game, the ABC prime time. Rosen and Darnold. I'm sure NFL scouts will have their eyes on this one. Streaming live on the ESPN app as well.
I'm excited to watch those two go at it, boy. Two really talented quarterbacks.
Jarvion Franklin, when you talk about a workhorse, Goddard this time keeps it, makes a nice move in the backfield to get something out of nothing, picks up about 5 yards on first down.
Yeah, really good night. Really good move in the backfield by Goddard. Like I said, he's a better runner right now with the ball in his hands than passer, but that last touchdown pass is pretty impressive on that bang eight. Threw around the linebacker's hands and right where Watson could catch it. So
2nd and 5 now for Western Michigan. They scored on their last drive. Going under 2 minutes left to play here in this first quarter. Franklin this time takes the carry, gets himself a spin move into the secondary, still on his feet before finally being knocked down at the 40-yard line. First down for the Broncos. Jalen Embry on the stop. Quint down in the field with more on our guy Reese Goddard. Quint, what do you got?
Smile on his face, Chris, after throwing his first career touchdown pass. Let's keep in mind he was recruited by both of these schools, played better at Western's camp than he did at Northern's, and he comes in this game at only 40%. What you're seeing right now is kind of small.
Yeah, we may have lost Quint's mic down there. Conditions are not ideal for football or for talking on the mic. This time to the tight end. Ernstberger with the catch. picks up a good pickup on first down. And this is a situation where Goddard's getting these short throws, and to your point, Des, he's getting some confidence, finding his tight end out in the flat.
Yeah, it's important for a young quarterback like Goddard to find a rhythm now. You know, I think he's getting into a rhythm. He's getting comfortable. And a couple of nice throws. That ball right there was just a good ball for Ernsberger to catch and run with it. He didn't have to fight the ball. So I think Goddard's really starting to settle down a little bit.
And ahead of the chain, 2nd down and 2 now. Ernsberger in motion. Franklin testing the waters in the middle. Nothing doing. He'll maybe even lose a little bit.
Yeah, a host of Huskies on that play, led by Juwan Johnson, who's really an outstanding defensive player for the Huskies defense. You got to keep an eye on number 7. He's a playmaker, very instinctive, risk taker, likes to shoot the gaps in the running plays.
4 picks on the year, including a touchdown,
yeah,
a couple of sacks. I mean, he's just all over the field.
No doubt about that. Yeah, keep an eye on number 7, Johnson. He's a player.
3rd down and 2 now for Western Michigan, just shy of midfield. Big play in the waning seconds of the first quarter. Franklin stopped in the backfield. An unbelievable play by Sutton Smith once again.
There's that man again. Quint talked about him at the top of the broadcast. Sutton Smith, very fast, quick, hard to block because he knows how to use his leverage with his speed to get around the corner. Man, this guy is unbelievable. Look how he just ran past that blocker right there. Another tackle for loss for Sutton Smith.
Northern Illinois calling timeout with 2 seconds left in the first quarter so they could keep the win.
I don't blame him.
Mitchell on the field to punt.
I do not blame him.
For Western Michigan, so a timeout on the field. Let's go down to Quint Caston. Quint?
Yeah, guys, Derek Mitchell, the oldest player in all of college football, 30-year-old, played minor league baseball for 10 years. Here he is getting a degree in punting. He's got a 7-iron in his bag, Chris. He does not want to put this one up into the wind.
Right.
He's got to bang this one out like a Texas wedge.
No question. Hooded 7-iron. Keep it out of the wind. Just try and get a nice little roll out of it. Mitchell, of course, Pete said, played minor league baseball for a number of years. Career .240 hitter, had 88 home runs before deciding to come back and try college football with Western Michigan. One of the leaders on this team.
Yeah, he and his head coach, Tim Lester, they got the same mortgage guy.
Not many players can have those conversations with their head coach, can they?
No, not at all.
And Beebe muffs the punt. And it's going to be Western Michigan ball.
Now, you have to factor in the wind, but Chris, don't forget, Mitchell is a left-footed punter, and that ball takes an odd spin, especially in these conditions. And it hit Beebe in the bread basket, but once that ball's rotating the way it is, sometimes it's hard to catch under these conditions, especially from a left-footed punter.
And Robert Spillane, the top linebacker on this Western Michigan team, down there on special teams to make the tackle right on Beebe when he was trying to catch that punt. Beebe couldn't do it. It's a muff. It ends up being the first turnover of our game, in Western Michigan now with a great opportunity inside the Huskies' 20-yard line. They'll start at the 16. 14-7. Northern Illinois on top. Early moments in the second quarter. We'll be right back.
This is not another 18-blade razor, because this is one blade from Phillips Norelco. A blade for beards and stubble. Shape and shave any length and be your best you with one blade from Phillips Norelco. Innovation and you. Phillips Norelco.
It all comes down to this. The Energizer Bunny gets the snap. He's still going! Nothing outlasts Energizer Ultimate Lithium.
for teen.
Joseph A. Banks Black Friday sale. All dress shirts 2 for $89. All executive suits $199. And all Traveler and 1905 sports shirts $39. Plus, get up to 70% off store-wide with the Black Friday sale starting now. Only at Joseph A. Bank.
I love Thanksgiving because it's the time of the year when the whole family gets together. Oh boy. We're gonna need a bigger turkey.
Ring in the holidays with Buick. It's the Enclave Black Friday event at your Buick dealer. Get 20% below MSRP on all 2017 Enclave premium models. That's over $10,500 on the specially equipped Enclave.
Introducing Fitbit Ionic, the smartwatch designed for fitness.
There's no one I'd rather hit the road with.
No one I'd rather have dinner and a movie with.
No one I'd rather lean on.
Being in love is an amazing thing. Being in love with your best friend is everything. Ever Us. One diamond for your best friend, one for your true love. For the one woman in your life who's both. Ever Us. Available at Kay, Jared, and Zales.
Every time 4 o'clock is close enough to 5, a Corona gets its line. Every time the band goes on, or every time you say, wow. And every time you take those off, and you decide it's time to turn off, a Corona gets its line.
Falcons, Seahawks, Monday, 8:15 Eastern on ESPN.
Start of the second quarter here at Brigham Field at Husky Stadium in DeKalb, Illinois. Northern Illinois with a 14-7 lead. But Western Michigan with a big opportunity here after Chad Beebe muffed punt. Taking over now at the Husky 16-yard line, Des, and an opportunity to punch this bad boy in.
Yeah, talking to the coaches at the coaches' meetings, they both said that, special teams would play a key role in tonight's matchup. And turnovers would be the second thing that they emphasize to their team. Make sure they secure the ball, and that was a big turnover by Chad Beebe right there in that muff punt.
Jarvion Franklin spinning his way to a gain of about 3 yards. Alex Schwab on the stop. Here's the weather. Why are you showing Des this? Why are you doing this to Des? 76 degrees in Miami. 20 degrees right now in the booth.
Just dead wrong for that. Dead wrong.
Franklin again, putting his head down and picking up another 4 or 5 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and short.
Got a couple of Huskies in the backfield, slow to get up. Guys are getting penetration, but Franklin, he's resilient. He just won't go down, especially the first tackler. He's a guy that the first tackler very, very rarely brings him down.
Northern Illinois has been really stingy in the red zone, and a stop right here would force a field goal attempt. 3rd and 3. Ernstberger in motion. The fake to Franklin. Goddard's going to keep it. Turns it inside. Stretches for the first down. He's going to pick it up. It'll be 1st and goal from the 3.
Nice, tough run by the freshman quarterback, Reese Goddard, right there to get the first down. Just doing what he has to do to keep the chains moving. Really good job following his blocking. Little zone read play. Sutton came down hard. He pulled it. Got around the left edge. First down for the Broncos.
1st and goal from the 3. Watson in motion back outside. Goddard on the option, keeps it. And brought down after a gain of a yard. Jackson Abresh again with the stop.
A little speed option to the left, but Sutton did a great job of setting the edge so he couldn't get around the left side, so Goddard had to go up in between the tackles, and really good job by Northern Illinois' defense.
Working behind that left tackle, Chukuma Korfor, number 5 offensive tackle in terms of draft eligible tackles, according to Mel Kiper Jr. This kid, number 77, weighing in at 330 pounds, 6'6",
yep.
Big fella.
Big guy with pretty good footwork. Used to be a soccer player.
Before he gained all that weight. Franklin brought down again. Gang tackled at his 3.
The Huskies defense stiffened up down here in the red zone inside the 5-yard line. So, hey, you're not going to run the ball on us down here.
Juwan Johnson from that linebacker spot. Just met him right in the hole.
Yeah, Johnson, again, outstanding defensive player for the Huskies defense. He's one of the guys you got to keep an eye on. He's going to be a playmaker all night long. Really good job of tackling Franklin. I mean, Franklin comes in at 225, and to butt him up like that and make sure he didn't get another yard, really impressive job by Johnson.
Franklin again muscles his way to the goal line. He's in. Desmond, I've seen the players make the feed me sign after a big play.
Yeah.
Franklin doesn't have to do that because it's pretty obvious after 18 carries already on the day, they are going to feed him.
18 carries. We just started the second quarter. And, you know, you're just going to run behind that big, massive offensive line. Anytime you get inside the 4, the 3, the 2-yard line and give it to your workhorse, 225-pound Jarvion Franklin.
They're going to take another look at this upstairs. We'll do the same here. Look at the knees as he churns his way into the end zone. I can't see right there.
No,
can you make anything out of that replay there, Des?
No, not from that one right there, no. Had to show a different angle.
You can't see where the ball is.
Right,
Let's
here
see
we go.
here.
Moving.
Don't see it. It looks like he got in before. He was kind of leaning on his back, don't you think?
I think so. I think he's going to get in. I think they're going to uphold that touchdown. It's not going to be overturned.
You see Bobby Jones, the fourth, there crashing in from his linebacker spot, trying to prevent him from getting into the end zone. Just too much power from Franklin. And a big push on that offensive line, too.
Yeah. I mean, the offensive line would not be denied, nor would Franklin on that play. So, really good, hard, determined run by Jarvion Franklin.
Just a good look at Tim O'Day, our referee on the day, and Gary Brand, the replay official, getting a good look at it. I will say this, too, as we get a good look at Rod Carey, Northern Illinois coach. Carey told us he would be shocked, and I quote, shocked. He said, I'd be shocked if this is a high-scoring game. Remember that?
He did say that.
For sure it was going to be a slugfest,
yep.
Running the football, and they have run the football. They've just had more success running it, I think, than probably both of these head coaches would have thought they would have had.
I agree with you.
So Jarvion Franklin goes over 100 yards in this game. We've still got 12 minutes and 4 seconds left in the second quarter. It's his 7th 100-yard rushing game of the year.
Yes.
On 18 carries.
Yeah, this game means a lot to him.
It's a game for most running backs.
No, you're right about that.
Josh Grant to attempt the PAT, which is certainly anything but a given in this weather, but he knocks it through the uprights, and we are all tied at 14 apiece. Got a good one here in a critical action game. The West is still for grabs, and both these teams are still alive, all tied up.
I found the perfect gift for you, but it wouldn't ship in time, so I just texted you a photo of it.
Don't shop like everybody else. Shop eBay for just the right gift delivered in 3 days or less. eBay.
We took crispy chicken and married it with our cheesy quesadilla to create the perfect union. Get it with a crunchy taco, Doritos Locos taco, and a medium drink. The new $5 crispy chicken quesadilla box, only at Taco Bell.
Really? 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 Really?
Really?
Really? See zero in a whole new way. Get zero down, zero deposit, zero first month's payment, and zero due at signing on select Volkswagen models. Now with the People First warranty.
Where do we keep the sauce for the new Western barbecue bacon cheeseburger?
Go west, son, where the bacon comes thick cut and the barbecue sauce flows like the raging waters of the Yukon.
What?
Left of the fridge.
The new Western barbecue bacon cheeseburger, $5 lunch.
Welcome to Dairy Queen.
I used to have to go in to the auto parts store. Paid too much, never find quite what I'm looking for. Now I just go online to Rock Auto and see all the parts my car will ever need. Lower prices, more parts, more brands. It's so easy to find the right parts fast. All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto. All the parts your car will ever need. RockAuto.com.
Where do we keep the sauce for the new Western barbecue bacon cheeseburger?
Go west, son, where the bacon comes thick cut and the barbecue sauce flows like the raging waters of the Yukon.
What?
Left in the fridge.
The new Western barbecue bacon cheeseburger, $5 lunch.
Welcome to Dairy Queen.
Miami, unbeaten, number 3 in the country. Got to keep their eyes on the prize, though, taking on Virginia. ABC, Saturday at noon. Of course, you can also see that game streaming live on the ESPN app. It's all there to play for the U. They're back if they can just focus and get by Virginia. Got a date with Clemson in the ACC championship game coming up. 14-14 here, Western Michigan. Northern Illinois, Derek Mitchell, this time with the wind at his back. Kicking off, and Chad Beebe drops it again. This time, though, it is 5-10, and he's going to be dropped inside his own 10-yard line.
Tell you what, man, fighting that wind as a returner is going to be a challenge all night long.
B.J. Thomas with the stop, and I'm going to tell you, his dad, Don, was with us here for a few minutes. He was in such a great mood. I'm glad he didn't stick around to see his son muff one punt and put that one on the ground.
Yeah, but Darius Phillips had a problem catching that kickoff return going the same direction too.
Down there. It's a tough
it really
environment.
Is. It's a challenge. It's going to be a challenge all night long.
Marcus Childers here, bringing the Huskies back out. 1st and 10 from their own 9. This is their first drive against the wind, so let's see how successful they're going to be here with these trying conditions. Flag on the play just as the ball was snapped. False start against Northern Illinois, so they'll back up. First and about 15 from just inside the 5.
Really surprised at the success that Western's had so far running the ball against the #1 rush defense in the conference.
Huff gets this handoff and loses his footing. He won't gain anything. It's cold and windy down there, and Quinn Kesnick is somewhere down there on the field. Where are you at, Quinn?
I'm at the most popular spot in the stadium. That's the heaters behind the Husky bench right here. How many of you guys are from Florida? Yeah, all these guys are from Florida, Des, and they clearly didn't come to DeKalb in November or December for their recruiting trips.
You got that right.
Huff up the middle. He'll pick up about 3 yards, and this is a big 3rd down right here for this Western Michigan defense. They can get off the field with a 3 and out. They'd force Northern Illinois to punt from deep inside their own territory against this stiff wind.
No, you're right about that. I just want to know if we can get one of those things up here.
See if we can get it transported up here.
Yeah,
Look, we got nothing on Quinn. He can have the heater if he wants it. He has to suffer through all kinds of weather issues every single game. Quickly out to BB in the flat. And you found way too many Western Michigan Broncos supporting on that play, and that's going to force the punt.
Just a really good job by the Broncos defense, recognizing what the play was, just swarming to the ball. I mean, BB didn't have a prayer right there. Once he caught the ball, you have more Broncos over there than you did Huskies. Really good job of identifying the play and pursuit to the football by the Broncos defense.
Let's see what Matt Ferentz, his punter, can do into this win. True freshman out of St. Louis, Missouri, and he's got Darius Phillips, one of the most dangerous punt return men you'll ever see in this game, and it's a shank. Well, that is the ugliest, prettiest punt you'll ever see. That ball didn't get more than, that was a grounder between short and 3rd.
Ugly, but effective.
No question about it.
Yeah.
39 yards net, and you kept it away from Phillips into the wind. So nice job by the freshman. 14-14, all tied here in the second.
Okay, I gotta run.
Hey, wait, there's something I need to tell you.
Dang.
See zero in a whole new way. Get 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing on select Volkswagen models. Now with the People First warranty.
You guys, lunch was so long ago. This sucks.
Keep it down, Rob.
But I'm hungry.
You trying to get us killed?
Yeah. You trying to get killed?
No excuses.
No.
Snap into bold flavored protein. Snap into a Slim Jim. This is not another 18-blade razor.
Because this is one blade from Philips Norelco. A blade for beards and stubble. Shape and shave any length and be your best you with one blade from Philips Norelco. Innovation and you. Philips Norelco.
Heineken has been family-owned since 1873. They know about tradition. My favorite tradition? You shouldn't have. Exchanging gifts. I actually bought these myself. There's more behind the star.
All right, off you go.
Casual Fridays at Buckingham Palace? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Nathan saved by switching to Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
13-hour smoked brisket from a fast food place doesn't make sense. But this is Arby's. We don't make sense. We make sandwiches. Arby's, we have the meat.
ESPN College Football. Brought to you by Heineken. Open your world. Enjoy responsibly. And Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
They just honored the women's tennis team on the field here at Brigham Field, Husky Stadium. Last night, basketball season began. Huskies with a 20-point win over Green Bay, so it's an exciting time sports-wise. Here in DeKalb, and senior night tonight. The football team all tied up 14 apiece against Western Michigan. Loser is out of the race as far as the Western Division in the MAC is concerned. So this is a huge game, both these teams. Rashawn Davey now in a tailback for Western Michigan. Takes the handoff. Pick up a yard, maybe 1.5 for the Barber. Bobby Jones, the fourth on the tackle.
Yeah, I think we can nickname him the Barber.
The Barber, yeah, he's the team Barber. Smith in on the tackle as well.
Smith already having a pretty big night, as we anticipated.
Davey, freshman from Indianapolis.
You know, Smith reminds me of the players from TCU. Gary Patterson is really notorious for recruiting running backs and moving them to defense.
Look at the tight end here getting out on the outside for a big first down for Ernstberger.
Yeah, Coach Patterson at TCU always recruits these running backs and they move them to like defensive line and they play like Sutton.
At 6 feet, 225.
Exactly.
Take another look at this, Ernstberger. They've been really successful, Goddard, at getting the football out to this tight end.
Yeah, Ernstberger is Goddard's safety net. I mean, he's the guy that he wants to go to anytime he needs to get into a rhythm or if he's in trouble.
Well, Western Michigan is not in so much trouble right now. They've really been effective at moving the football, keeping him primarily on the ground with Jarvion Franklin. He's getting a rest right now, and Davey taking over and finds a little bit of room inside before it's finally closed down upon. Gain of maybe a couple. Alex Schwab on the stop from his middle linebacker spot.
Yeah, really surprised the way that the Broncos are moving the ball on the ground against the Huskies defense. Didn't anticipate that coming to this game, especially with the way that the Huskies defense is against the run.
And just picking and choosing their spots. There's a good look at the Barber. Picking and choosing their spots as to when to throw the football. Again here, Goddard finding the outside, hitting Deshaun Watson, but he's nearly brought down, but a great job of him keeping his feet just to get something out of nothing to get out of bounds after a gain of a couple.
And like you said, Chris, just a really good job. Individual effort by Watson. The Huskies are in the cover too, so that allows the cornerback to come up, Lurie to come up and try to make a tackle. Watson didn't even see him coming, but a really good job of just keeping his feet and trying to turn something out of nothing.
3rd down and 7 now. Might be 4-down territory, given the fact that this swirling wind will make kicking any kind of a field goal tonight difficult. Franklin back in the game. Curtis in motion. Goddard back to pass. Looked for his running back out of the backfield, Franklin, and he couldn't corral.
That's what you call a quarterback is really speeding up the play. He threw it to the running back a little too quick. He wasn't ready for the screen yet. You need to let that play develop. Franklin's trying to get out there so he can catch it. As soon as he turned the ball is right there on top of him. He needs to let that screen play develop just a little bit longer. Sell it, and they would have had something special had he waited another second or two.
Working on the field goal now. It'll be a 45-yard attempt for Josh Grant. His season long is 49 yards, 13 of 20 on the year. For the freshman from Flower Mound, Texas, 44 yards on this one.
The distance shouldn't be an issue since he has the wind to his back. Just got to work on some accuracy.
Plenty of leg on it, and it's no good, wide left. The Broncos come away empty on that drive, but Tim Lester happy with the way his offense is moving the football. All tied up, 14 apiece here. Just under 8 minutes left to go in the first half.
Say hello to Joe, man of business on the go. His Duluth-built business wear battled wrinkles like a pro. Even out-crouched backhoes and dive-bombing crows. Whatever the workday told, Joe went with the flow, 'cause he's no schmo. Duluth-built business wear, fight stains, wrangle wrinkles, and uncramp your crouch. Only at Duluth stores and DuluthTrading.com.
Awaken your inner Jedi.
There's no one I'd rather hit the road with.
No one I'd rather have dinner and a movie with.
No one I'd rather lean on.
Being in love is an amazing thing. Being in love with your best friend is everything. Ever Us. One diamond for your best friend, one for your true love. For the one woman in your life who's both. Ever Us. Available at Kay, Jared, and Zales.
Really? 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 Really?
Really?
Really? See Zero in a whole new way. Get 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing on select Volkswagen models. Now with the People First warranty.
If you got $5, you could get 9.96 inches of sandwich. Woo! Or you can get a real meal with a charbroiled double cheeseburger, dog, fries, and a cookie. The $5 All-Star Meals, only at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
It's year 4 of the college football playoff. 4 teams. 2 semifinals. New Year's Day. The college football playoff on ESPN. Who's in?
The PK80 tips Thursday, November 23rd at 2:30 on ESPN.
14 apiece here in DeKalb. All-State is proud to be a part of the team that comes together to do good by contributing to participating universities' general scholarship funds for each field goal and extra point kicked. To date, All-State has contributed millions in scholarship funds. Josh Grant couldn't find the net on that last 44-yard attempt, so the game is still knotted at 14 apiece. Northern Illinois taking over. Second drive into the wind. Two backs into the backfield that time, and Marcus Jones spinning away, but can't get away from the defender. As Ali Fayed with the stop, loss of about a yard on the play.
And Robert Spillane real big on that play, but Caleb Bailey shot the A-gap. I think that's what spilled the run out to Robert Spillane. They play really good as a unit, the linebackers they do. They've played a lot of football. Spillane's the leader of this group. But Bailey, he's another guy, 10.5 tackles for loss on the season, so you know he's active, likes to shoot in the gap and get into the backfield.
A lot of movement here, pre-snap movement from Northern Illinois. Receiver in motion. Pass to the outside, complete that time to Christian Blake. Childers was able to put that one on the numbers despite the win.
Just a nice little timing route, just an out route, play action. Get the linebackers, everybody thinking everything's going to the left. Throw it to the short side of the field, especially when you got the wind in your face. Just a really good play call by Coach Yu, the offensive coordinator.
Huff up the middle, but this play is going to be blown dead with the flag.
False start. Offense, number 56. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Ryan Roberts, the sophomore from Northfield,
Michigan. Please reset
Michigan.
the game clock to 6 minutes, 57 seconds.
Carey,
6:57, please.
barking instructions to his team. Trying to figure something out on offense with Mike Juremovich up in the booth. Had some success, a lot of success with Jordan Huff running the football early. They've stalled a little bit here over their last couple of possessions. Shoulders to pass. This time just throws it away, had nobody open.
Yeah, just a good heads-up play by Childers, rolling to his left. Everything was covered. Throw it out of bounds. Yeah, throw it out of bounds. Live to see another series.
So Northern Illinois stymied again offensively since they've made the switch here in the second quarter. Have had to go into the wind. They haven't enjoyed as much success. As you can see, Western Michigan has had the benefit of having a shorter field.
Yeah, you're right about that.
To open the second quarter to get that second touchdown. Just a 15-yard drive, essentially.
And that's why special teams is so important in this game. That was almost comical. Oh, man.
Now that punt, that's the second ugly punt in a row.
Yes.
From Matt Ferentz. The first one ended up being much better in terms of the overall number. That one was 7 yards.
It was almost like the ball was on a string.
Rod Carey's having a word with his punter right there. I'm not sure what else you can do. I mean, look at the ball. There's no movement. It's a knuckler.
You know, the only thing you can do at this point is the rugby-style kick. Try to keep it low, low line drives.
That looked like Tim Wakefield pitch. Charlie Huff, right?
Yeah, that was comical. Man, oh, man.
Well, that just shows you how important it is now, this field position, and getting it done while you've got the wind at your back. Fumble picked up by Northern Illinois, and Sutton Smith might take it to the house. He will.
We knew turnovers would play a big role in this game, and that was a huge turnover by Reese Goddard, the freshman quarterback for the Broncos.
Goddard tries to pick the ball back up, but Sutton Smith is there. Rod Carey told us he can fly, and he's showing the wheels right there. His second fumble return for a touchdown this year for the Bednarik Award candidate.
When people talk about Smith, they talk about his speed. He's fast. He's a former running back, but now he's playing defensive end, but he has not lost any of his speed. That's one of his best tools on defense, is how fast he is.
Hagan with the PAT, it is good. 58 yards on the Sutton Smith fumble return for a score. And Northern Illinois, just like that, uses the turnover and the scoop and score to retake the lead here in DeKalb.
At Planners, we know how to throw a remarkable holiday party. Just serve classy snacks and be a gracious host, no matter who shows up.
Do you like nuts?
Hi, so I just got off the phone with our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness. So the incredibly minor accident that I had tonight.
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
T-Mobile family plans now come with Netflix included.
That's huge.
That's right. T-Mobile's got your Netflix subscription covered when you get a family plan with 2 or more lines.
Really? That's incredible.
So go ahead and watch however you want.
You're messing with me, right?
All at no extra charge. Another reason why T-Mobile is America's best unlimited network.
Mic drop.
Where do we keep the sauce or the new Western barbecue bacon cheeseburger?
Go west, son, where the bacon comes thick cut and the barbecue sauce flows like the raging waters of the Yukon.
What?
Huh. Left in the fridge.
The new Western barbecue bacon cheeseburger, $5 lunch.
Welcome to Dairy Queen.
This is not another 18-blade razor, because this is one blade from Philips Norelco, a blade for beards and stubble. Shape and shave any length, and be your best you with one blade from Philips Norelco. Innovation and you. Philips Norelco.
Tecate Light, born bold.
When it comes to buying a house, Trulia knows the house is only half of it. And with 34 map overlays like traffic, crime, and more, you can find the right house and the right neighborhood for you. Trulia, the house is only half of it.
21-14 our score here, Northern Illinois. Thanks to that man's 58-yard fumble return for a score. Sutton Smith. The Huskies have retaken the lead over the Western Michigan Broncos. Defending MAC champs, trying to get back to the MAC championship game. Both these teams still alive in the West. We started the day 4 teams alive in that division. One of these teams, whoever loses this game, is out. So we'll be down to 3 in what is being a battle really in both the West and the East here this year in the MAC, right down to the wire. Highly competitive. Akron beat Ohio last night. The Zips control their own destiny now in the East. Josh Orn into the wind and pops this one almost straight up. Picked up that time at about the 40-yard line. And that's where Western Michigan will take over. Let's send it to the studio right now. Molly McGrath and Trevor Matich for what's coming up at the half. Molly?
All right, thanks, guys. Yeah, coming up at the half, we'll talk about the new top 6 in the playoff rankings. And is Baker Mayfield a lock for the Heisman?
I don't think he's a lock, but I think he's closer to it than Chris and Desmond are to being warm anytime soon.
It looks like it. Chris Des will see you at the half.
All right, thanks, Molly and Trevor.
That was cold-blooded, man.
It's true. He's right. We are not anywhere near being warm.
Hey, I'm about 6 minutes and 17 seconds away from being warm.
We're closer to being warm than Quinn Kesnick is. I can tell you that much. We're going to go down to him in just a second. As
very true.
Reese Goddard, who obviously has got to have a lot of confidence after this first half. Been able to move Western Michigan mostly on the ground, but picking and choosing his times to get it done through the air. And Jarvion Franklin, who has had what has been a game for most running backs, inside, almost tackled for a loss, and is. Sutton Smith eventually bringing him down, but Juwan Johnson was the one who slowed him down, Des.
Yeah, Juwan Johnson, like I said earlier, he's a guy, he's very instinctive, and they trust his instincts. I mean, he's a high-risk, high-reward type of guy. He shot the gap, slowed Jarvion Franklin down, allowed Sutton to tackle him in the backfield. Another tackle for loss for Sutton Smith. I think he's like leading the nation in that category. I think he probably
would be. Quinn Kesnick on the field with more on Sutton.
QB pressures for a guy didn't have a position for about 2 years here in DeKalb. Recruited as a running back, as Des said. They moved him to linebacker. Wasn't a great fit. Finally, they tried the Husky. That's the boundary defensive end position. You see his speed. You see his relentlessness. Where he has stood up, the big surprise is against the run. Teams like running at him because he's only 225 pounds, but he's got such leverage and power that he's held up.
And thanks, Des, Quinn, he really sets the edge on a lot of those running plays and allows his teammates like Juwan Johnson in that linebacker spot to make tackles. Goddard through the air, has a receiver, and it's caught.
Watson.
Keyshawn Watson makes his second great catch of the night.
Watson is having a heck of a first half. I mean, you know, he's making some plays to give his young quarterback some confidence. Just throw the ball up and I'll go get it. Just a post route in between 2 defenders. He didn't even take his eye off the ball. Knew he was about to take a big hit. Still secured the catch. Excellent play by Watson.
30 yards on 3rd and 11 to keep the drive alive. Goddard throwing again. Watson again. Makes a move but can't keep his feet. Gain of about 5 on the play. Why wouldn't Goddard's confidence be sky high right now? And let's talk about Coach Lester challenging his receivers. 2 weeks ago we were at Central Michigan with these guys, and final drive of the game, receivers dropped 2 passes that were right in the breadbasket that could have helped Goddard and this team out.
Yep.
And now it looks like players like Keyshawn Watson are stepping up. Goddard back to pass again. The pump fake. Tucks it and runs. He won't get much. He'll lose about a yard. Bobby Jones there for the stop.
And that was one of the points that the OC, Kevin Johns, made, too, during our meeting yesterday. Is like, you know, it's just not that Goddard's a young quarterback. I mean, he has a young, very young receiving core, too. So these guys are growing up together. They're getting used to each other. They're starting to find some sort of chemistry. And I tell you what, Watson, incredible first half so far for that young man.
3rd down and 6. Ernstberger in motion. Goddard tries to find his slot receiver. Tyron Arnett couldn't make the catch. So now what type of a situation are you in here? 4th and 6. We saw the field goal attempt from about the same distance last time. No good.
Yeah, I think because of what happened last time, I think Tim Lester is going to go for it. 4th down. And why not? Northern has the win in their face anyway, so why not?
3.5 minutes left to go here in this first half. Goddard to pass. Looks to the end zone. Oh, ball hangs up there a little while. Watson was again the intended receiver, just couldn't quite make the connection.
Yeah, I think he lost the ball. I think he couldn't find the ball. In cover 4, he got the coverage that he wanted. And Watson was looking and looking at the very end. It seemed like he saw the ball but couldn't get his hands out there to catch it. Right there.
Ball was put in a pretty good spot by Goddard.
Exactly. No, that was a pretty good throw. Look at it. It seemed like he couldn't locate it until the last second.
And Dez, even though you have the wind at your back from a receiver standpoint, that ball is still moving around up there in the air, isn't it?
Oh, no doubt about it. Yeah, no doubt about it. It's a challenge. This is challenging for the receivers and for the returners tonight. Huge challenge for them with this wind being the way it is.
So the Huskies take over, and that running game is stalled. Jordan Huff with the carry. He's going to lose another yard. It's been tough sledding here over these last couple of drives.
Yeah, just really good penetration by the Broncos defensive front right there on that play. That jet sweep fake didn't fool anyone.
Andre Turner on the stop. You can see Northern Illinois just 10 yards here in the second quarter. And they'll only get maybe one, maybe not even that many, as Asante Brown makes the stop. And Western Michigan really bowling up defensively.
Yeah, it seems like they're geared up to stop the run. They want to make Childers prove to them that he can beat them with his arm. They're loading the box, getting extra guys in the gap, making sure that there's no running room for Huff or any of those running backs, Jones. And now they're going to make Childers see, hey, can you throw the ball? Beat us with your arm.
And Western Michigan using a timeout here with under 3 minutes left to go in the first half. 3rd down and 12 to go for Northern Illinois, and Western Michigan wants to get the football back with a little time on the clock. If you don't have the ESPN app, you got to get it. Download it to your mobile device. It's sports fans' best friend. You can watch all of the ESPN and ABC games right there in the palm of your hand. Download the ESPN app today.
And Chris, as a coordinator, if I'm Tim Dowse, the Broncos DC, I'm thinking, listen, they're not going to throw the ball beyond 10 yards, if that, with the wind in their face that way, because the wind is just going to take the ball. It's going to kill it in the air. So I would load the box just like Tim Dowse is doing and dare them to try to run the ball and see if they can throw.
Now we're going to get a timeout from Northern Illinois as offensive coordinator Mike Uramovich and Rod Carey really didn't like what they were seeing as far as the lineup is concerned. So big 3rd down right here, because if Northern Illinois can't pick it up, they'll be punting into the wind. We've seen the issues. A 7-yard punt from Matt Ferentz the last time out. So this wind is brutal. That gives Western Michigan, again, field position and an opportunity with 3 minutes left to go, just under 3 minutes here in the first half.
Yep, yeah, like I said, if I'm the coordinator, I'm rolling the dice. I'm moving my safeties up. I'm daring them to throw the ball. You know the ball is going to get caught in the wind. We've seen it all night long, especially with punts. And I would just keep putting 8 in the box, making sure my guys are gap sound and control the run.
Marcus Jones flanking Marcus Childers. Childers will keep it. Finds a little bit of room, can't quite get out of the tackle. Ankle tackle, maybe prevented the first down from being picked up. Andre Turner with the stop, and that's going to force a 4th down and a punt. Another timeout here by the Broncos with 2:48 left to go in the first half. Take a look at this, just the ankle at the last second.
Yeah, Childers just popped out of there and got the first down. Nice tough run by Childers. You know, he's a threat too as a runner. I'm surprised they're not running him more in the first half. I guess with the first half their Huff was having, though, they really relied heavily on Jordan Huff in that first quarter.
Odd numbers there, huh?
Yeah.
Both these teams ran the ball so effectively in the first quarter. Chunks. They were getting it in chunks in the second quarter. You still have one team going with the win.
Right.
So it's not like they're switching fields.
Exactly.
Like that Northwestern Illinois game at Wrigley Field a few years back when they had to switch sides every time the possession switch. It's not like they're doing that. So Western has had more success passing the football here recently.
Oh, they really have. Watson is having a phenomenal first half.
They made a switch at punter with Josh Orn. Northern Illinois did. He gets off a better punt that time into the win, so at least it gives Northern Illinois an opportunity here to put a stop to this Western Michigan offense before the end of the first half. Orn is the kickoff specialist for Northern Illinois, and this is just an example of the problems. Look, that was the last punt, the 7-yard punt from freshman Ferentz.
That almost looked like some sort of like trick punt.
And that last punt, which looked like Ray Guy punted it, and because of his wind, it looks so much better than everything else. But still only 27 yards. But I think Rod Carey will take a 27-yard punt into that kind of wind.
No doubt.
So it's Western Michigan now from their own 41, and Goddard isn't going to go anywhere. He'll lose 3.
Yeah, Goddard had his mind up when his first read was covered. He wanted to tuck it and run, but we got a guy down. I think it's Juwan.
Sutton Smith with another tackle for loss. Albert Smalls is the Husky that's down on the field right now, the cornerback. He went down away from the play, so as he's attended to by the training staff for the Huskies, make note that Sutton Smith again.
Yeah, Sutton Smith came into this game leading the nation in tackles for loss with 22.
It's another one there. Forgive me, that's not number 1 Albert Smalls, it's number 7, Juwan Johnson, who was down. Comes off on his own power, so that's a good sign.
Always a good sign.
And he's been all over the field here in the first half, so they're going to miss him as long as he's out. Good look at Sutton Smith. 6', 225-pound sophomore from St. Charles, Missouri. Great running back in high school. Now he's a great defensive end at the college level. 2nd down and 13. Goddard back to pass. Watson again makes the catch. Bringing up 3rd down and 6.
Had Goddard thrown that ball in front of Watson, he might have been able to break a tackle and get the first down. As you see, this pass going to be right behind him. He had to stop, reach back to catch it, so he couldn't keep moving forward to get that first down.
Goddard mishandles the snap and just has to fall on it.
Which was the smart thing to do.
Nothing he could do at that point, especially when you know this front is coming from Northern Illinois. Goddard just falls on it, brings up a 4th down, and now...
And look at Sutton Smith right there. Had he not fallen on that ball, Sutton Smith may have had another scoop and score tonight. So that was a smart thing to do for that young man. Fall on the ball, live to see another series.
Derek Mitchell will punt it with the wind at his back for Western Michigan. Chad Beebe is back to receive this one. Now, keep in mind, Northern Illinois has blocked 2 punts last week. Mitchell gets this one off into the wind, and it carries it. Beebe back to his 18, lets it go, and it's going to go all the way into the end zone.
Smart play by Beebe. The wind was guaranteed to take that ball through the end zone. So
65 yards on that punt. And you got to be thinking here with just over a minute left in the first half into this win that Rod Carey in Northern Illinois will just look to run out this clock, don't you think here, Des?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, no doubt about that. They may run a couple of plays or Yeah,
See if they
keep
can
it on
pop
the
one.
ground. Yeah, see if we can pop one, but outside of that, don't do anything crazy. Take a lead into halftime, to the locker room at halftime. Oh yeah, they're going with the victory formation. So they're content with the 7-point lead.
What do
Chris?
you call this one? The lead formation. We haven't won anything yet, Des.
Yeah, exactly. We won the first half.
They did win the first half.
Yes.
21-14 is our score. The strength of that Sutton Smith fumble return for a score. Really the difference right now is both teams were really able to move the football very well in the first quarter on the ground, and then not so much in the second quarter. Western Michigan getting the benefit of field position.
Yes.
But having a difficult time taking full advantage of it.
Yeah, surprisingly so. And I'm really surprised the way Reese Goddard's thrown the ball in the first half. I mean, he's hooked up with Watson, Keyshawn Watson, for some big plays, some big pass plays in the first half. So I'm surprised there too. I'm gonna go try to win me some hot chocolate somewhere, buddy.
As the clock winds down here at the end of the first half, in a must-win game for both these teams if they want to keep their MAC championship hopes alive. Northern Illinois with a 21-14 lead over Western Michigan. Now into the studio, Molly McGrath and Trevor Matich.
Welcome into our halftime report. Molly McGrath and Trevor Matich talking about everything from the new college football playoff rankings coming out on Tuesday night to other MACtion going on tonight. And we're going to start with our game over on ESPNU as Toledo is taking on Bowling Green. The Rockets looking to get back on track. Not starting out good, though. Jarrett Dagey to T.O. Redding for the 57-yard touchdown pass.
And great choice on where to throw it by Dagey, because when there's no safety back there, that's either tackled right where he was or it's a touchdown.
But Toledo answers later in the first. Shaquille Seymour takes the handoff, goes 3 yards for the touchdown run.
You don't hold Toledo down for long. They are historically one of the most balanced and explosive offenses in the country.
Toledo ties the game 7-7, but they are knocking on the door right now. They're in the red zone, driving towards the end zone. So the MAC West is still Toledo's to lose, but you can argue that in the college football playoff, that top spot is Alabama's to lose, as the newest college football playoff rankings came out on Tuesday night. And let's take a look at that top six. Alabama now at number 1. Clemson rose to 2, followed by Miami and Oklahoma. Wisconsin and a 2-loss Auburn team on the outside looking in. And Trevor, Clemson rose to that number 2 spot after struggling in a win against lowly Florida State. Are you okay with the fact that they're number 2?
No, I think that Miami should be at number 2. Clemson, I think, is a team that's plenty good enough to be in the playoff, and I think they'll be in the playoff. The problem is that they don't have, well, what Miami has, and that is an undefeated record. They have a loss. Miami, I think, should be at number 2 because Miami is undefeated. They got their signature win last week, and they stomped then number 3, Notre Dame. And I think that, the fact that they're undefeated, the signature win, and the fact that Clemson does have a loss, and that has to matter, means that Miami should be number 2.
Well, this will all work itself out when they play each other in the ACC title game, but does Miami win that game? Do they beat Clemson?
They will not be favored, but I think they will be one of the hottest teams in the country at that time, and I think they have a good chance to beat Clemson. Thing about Miami is that they are continuing to get better right now. I mean, after Hurricane Irma, when the team came back together, they all went home basically to help their families when the hurricane blew through. Came back together, struggled to find their feet, but they didn't lose. Then they went through a 4-game stretch, Molly, where they needed late game miracles to win. But then the last 2 weeks, Virginia Tech and Notre Dame, they found their stride. They found it late, but I think they're still getting better, and Clemson had better watch out.
ESPN FPI gives Miami a 32.8% chance to win that game, so they're maybe a little underrated. Another team that's underrated, Oklahoma, at the number 4 spot after handily beating TCU. Do you think that they're upset at where they are in the top 4?
Oklahoma should be upset. They should be frustrated, angry, and a little bit embarrassed that their defense at times looks like they can't stop a herd of cats. That's why they're number 4. Yes, they lost at home to Iowa State. Okay, Clemson should be ahead of them. Clemson lost on the road with an injured quarterback. The problem is when you turn on the tape and you watch Oklahoma, for the most part, their defense doesn't look championship level. That's why they're number 4. Either way, they still control their destiny. If they win out, they're in, they'll be fine, but they better get that defense good and fixed before they get to the playoff, or it could be an interesting day.
How about Wisconsin? They crept up to number 5. The committee honoring the fact that they've won all of their games, but strength of schedule is a concern. They have an opportunity when they take on Michigan this weekend, but their run game needs to be dominant, and it has been all season. When you look at it, they rank 2nd in the Big Ten in rush yards per game, less than half a yard behind Ohio State. They've scored more times on the ground than any team in the conference, and their 65% conversion rate on third down rushes puts them among the country's best. But Trevor, I know you, buddy, and I know you're looking at their defense.
Their defense, one of the best in the country statistically and on tape, Molly. And the thing is, they make it really hard to run and really dangerous to pass. And it starts with those big guys up front because they are stout up front and they're good at getting behind the line. Connor Sheehy, he tosses an Iowa guard to the side. Those guys on Iowa tossed Ohio State to the side just a couple of weeks ago, but now he's got a problem. He's got to get over this guy, and not so good at jumping as he is getting in the backfield. He did his best.
You got to respect the hustle, right?
Yeah, it just doesn't look good, but the result is fantastic. But they're so hard to run against. But when you throw the ball, you better be careful because they're dangerous. This quarterback for Iowa has to throw this ball away. Let's look at why. It starts with how smart they are in dealing with a pick.
Yeah, I love how Derek Tyndall gets past this pick with that little swim move with his left arm. Let's take a look again at that.
Yeah, that's almost a swim move like a pass rusher. But then it gets even better for Wisconsin because now these two guys understand what the offensive play is going to be. And they get underneath the receivers. The quarterback thinks he'll have either a wide-open receiver because of the pick or a choice of 2 guys to drill the ball to with nobody underneath. But Wisconsin is so prepared. They are so good. They're so athletic. They took away every single thing Iowa was trying to do on that play. And Michigan quarterback Brandon Peters, young quarterback, had better be very careful when he throws that ball on third down because this Wisconsin defense will lay in wait.
Yeah, Wisconsin's defense has been dominant, but so has Michigan. So what would a decisive win over the Wolverines do for Wisconsin?
It would do no more than put them in position for later. They will have to have a clear, convincing win over Michigan, but then they'll need to beat probably Ohio State in the conference championship game. The committee does not respect Wisconsin's strength of record. They don't respect their strength of schedule, but Michigan's 8-2. If they beat Michigan, that'll be a quality win, and it will get them a little bit farther up the ladder.
It's hard to believe Wisconsin 10-0 for the first time in program history. They have an opportunity to go 11-0 against Michigan, but that's not the only game this weekend. Noon Eastern, Virginia heads to Hard Rock Stadium to take on number 3 Miami. And then at 3:30, Illinois taking on Ohio State. And the nightcap, a rivalry in LA as 2 NFL quarterback prospects go head-to-head as USC hosts UCLA at 8 Eastern. And here's Jordan Huff with a 31-yard touchdown for NIU. It's halftime of that game. And next up, we talk Heisman odds, and Trevor will tell you why this honor is Baker Mayfield's no matter what.
No getting through now.
This here's private property.
Call off the search party. Because I found them.
Found who?
2 thirsty cowboys who deserve the sweet reward of a Diet Dr. Pepper.
That's mighty sweet.
Told you.
That's some fancy rope work.
Use a hand like you on the ranch.
Sorry, Buckaroo. Little Sweet's just passing through.
What'd that fella say his name was?
Diet Dr. Pepper. It's the sweet one.
Now Rain-X has 2-in-1 wiper blades that treat your windshield with a water-repelling coating. And when you turn them off, something amazing happens. The water repellency keeps working. So water beads up and rolls away. Other wipers don't clear your windshield and repel water, which means Rain-X wipers help you prepare for whatever comes your way. Rain-X, outsmart the elements. Find Rain-X water repellent wipers at these retailers.
It all comes down to this. The Energizer Bunny gets the snap. He's still going! Nothing outlasts Energizer Ultimate Lithium.
Rated mature.
PlayStation.
プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション。 PlayStation. プレイステーション
The game is bigger than quick hands, breakaways, or finger rolls. It's bigger than layouts, sellouts, and shooting the lights out. It's bigger than cannons, bells, and wagon wheels in any stadium, field, or score. Because when you play the game for the integrity of the sport, with character, honor, and heart, the game is bigger than just a game. It's a foundation for life.
I'm all about my bed.
This mattress is dangerously comfortable.
When I get in, I literally say, ah.
America loves the Leesa mattress. We have more 5-star customer reviews than any other mattress of its kind.
This bed hugs my body.
I'm now a morning person.
Hello, bed of my dreams.
Discover how Leesa's innovative design provides an extraordinary sleep experience. Then place your order. We'll ship your Leesa mattress right to your door so you can enjoy a risk-free trial at home.
I love my Leesa.
Today is gonna be great.
I could stay here all day.
Sleep on it for up to 100 nights and love it, or you'll get a full refund. Returns are free and easy. Go to buyleesa.com and get $100 off, and free shipping too.
You need this bed.
Baker Mayfield now the runaway favorite to win the Heisman Trophy, and Joe Test polled real Heisman voters, and they agree. Behind Mayfield is Stanford's Bryce Love, and maybe the most underrated guy out west, Khalil Tate. And you got to notice that Sam Darnold nowhere on that list. He was a favorite early on in the season. But Trevor, if Baker Mayfield were to stumble at the end of the season, who's the biggest challenger to him?
If he stumbles, there's a jumble. But start with Bryce Love of Stanford. He leads the nation in rushing yards per game. Khalil Tate, the Arizona quarterback, leads the nation in rushing yards per carry. He's been electrifying. And Lamar Jackson of Louisville, last year's Heisman winner, his numbers are about the same as they were last year to this point. But he doesn't get a lot of love because his team has lost games. He lost his best wide receiver, tight end, and running back to the NFL. He's better as a quarterback now, even though the talent around him is not as good.
We've been talking about Saquon Barkley all in the beginning of this season, but now crickets when it comes to him.
Yeah.
What about that?
He is Heisman worthy. But the problem is, as a running back, teams have found a way to slow him down. He's had to contribute on special teams and as a pass receiver. But if you're a running back and you get stopped too often, you step back in the Heisman race.
One thing is for sure, Baker Mayfield looks unstoppable. He's completing 71% of his passes. That is best in the FBS. All right, make sure to watch SportsCenter tonight at 1 a.m. Eastern. They'll break down the 76ers-Lakers game and highlight Ben Simmons' strong start. And hear what Eagles quarterback Carson Wentz has to say. He's going to get mic'd up. That's also streaming live on the ESPN app.
This is not another 18-blade razor. Because this is one blade from Philips Norelco. A blade for beards and stubble. Shape and shave any length. And be your best you with one blade from Philips Norelco. Innovation and you. Philips Norelco.
Complete protection for top engine performance. Pennzoil Synthetics. Make the switch.
7 years, never a scratch.
That's more than a scratch.
What do you think about a new truck, buddy?
State Farm knows it's more than a truck, so why not give it the protection it deserves?
I am so sorry.
Talk to a State Farm agent today.
This is the best Christmas ever.
And honey, the Colonel didn't leave us out.
It's a $20 family fill-up. That's a great home-cooked meal that we don't have to home-cook.
It's finger-licking good.
There's the gift he wants, then there's the gift he needs. This year, they're the same. Now at Men's Warehouse, it's the pre-Black Friday sale. Suits on sale for $249, take 40% off all clearance, plus it's buy one, get one free on select items. You're gonna like the way he looks.
Over the river and through the woods, the newest Polaris models are here for the holidays. Take home great deals on the world's best-selling side-by-sides and ATVs during the Polaris Holiday Sales Event.
Heineken has been family-owned since 1873. They know about tradition. My favorite tradition? You shouldn't have. Exchanging gifts. I actually bought these myself. There's more behind the star.
At Jared, we turn feelings into jewelry. Jewelry that tells her she's the best thing that's ever happened to you in a way that goes beyond words. It could be a piece jewelry designers created just for Jared, or a piece we custom made just for you. Because we're more than a store that sells beautiful jewelry. We are jewelers. The one unique gift that tells her exactly how you feel. That's why he went to Jared.
This is it. You put your head down, did what it took, and now you're looking to take that next step. But get ready, this is Northern Illinois University. It's more than hitting the books. It's taking what you find on the pages and putting it into practice, experimenting with it, bringing it to life. Beginning your first year, you'll be interacting with a world-class faculty, getting involved in research and artistry projects from the get-go. Welcome to where big university lifestyle meets small school individual attention. This is NIU, your future, our focus.
There's something about this place. You feel it the moment you step on campus. It's a place that requires much and rewards even more. Where you'll not only create your future, you'll strike gold.
Welcome back. Let's get into some other news in college sports. Arkansas fires AD Jeff Long after nearly 10 years on the job. He will remain on the college football playoff selection committee. He hired football coach Brett Bielema, and people are wondering if he is next. And in college hoops, 3 UCLA players arrested for shoplifting in China are back in the States today. Coach Steve Alford announced that LiAngelo Ball, Jalen Hill, and Cody Riley are all suspended indefinitely. They won't be allowed to suit up, practice, or travel with the team. It's halftime of Western Michigan, Northern Illinois. Here's Reese Goddard with a 7-yard touchdown pass to Keyshawn Watson. Huskies up 21-14.
It all comes down to this. The Energizer Bunny gets the snap. He's still going! Nothing outlasts Energizer Ultimate Lithium.
Girl, I say, if only life would lean our way. Well, you and me, we'd run away to be wherever our adventure waits.
That moment when who you're going with is more important than where you're going. Wherever life takes us, we go together. Interwoven, exclusively at Kay, Jared, and Zales.
Say hello to Joe, man of business on the go. His Duluth-built business wear battled wrinkles like a pro. Even out crouched backhoes and dive-bombing crows. Whatever the workday told, Joe went with the flow, 'cause he's no schmo. Duluth-built business wear, fight stains, wrangle wrinkles, and uncramp your crouch. Only at Duluth stores and DuluthTrading.com.
Introducing Fitbit Ionic, the smartwatch designed for fitness.
Not every rivalry is a fair fight. Like Wendy's beef with the other guys. While they thaw out, Wendy's goes all out, serving fresh beef for nearly 50 years, which is why true hamburger fans side with the official hamburger of the NCAA.
The game is bigger than quick hands, breakaways, or finger rolls. It's bigger than layouts, sellouts, and shooting the lights out. It's bigger than cannons, bells, and wagon wheels in any stadium, field, or sport. Because when you play the game for the integrity of the sport, with character, honor, and heart, the game is bigger than just a game. It's a foundation for life.
Black Friday savings start early at Ace.
Save up to 50% on great gifts.
And up to 50% on Christmas lights.
Plus, get great savings on hundreds of items throughout the store.
Black Friday savings start now.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
400 horsepower, towing capacity of 9,000 pounds. It's got a best-in-class 34-foot units of beast.
Hey, with TireRack.com, at least you know you were smart about your tires. Oops. Right now, you can get a $70 MasterCard reward card when you buy a set of 4 select Michelin tires. For details, go to TireRack.com. Find, deliver, install. Smarter.
Black Friday savings start early at Ace.
Save up to 50% on great gifts.
And up to 50% on Christmas lights.
Plus, get great savings on hundreds of items throughout the store.
Black Friday savings start now.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Cotter, Howard, Kesnick back with you. Start of the second half from DeKalb. Brigham Field at Husky Stadium. It's freezing cold tonight. Right now, Northern Illinois with a 21-14 lead over Western Michigan. Even the locals were telling us at halftime it's freezing cold here. So when they're cold in DeKalb, it's cold.
Very, very. That's putting it mild.
And the wind is clearly having an effect on this game. There you can see our weather. Wind chill down to 19 degrees. And Des, the wind is wreaking havoc, especially on the kicking game.
It really is, and you know, you anticipated that coming into the game, but you didn't know that it would have such a huge factor, especially in the first half, in the punting game.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the punt that Chad Beebe muffed right here. You know, you never know. That ball moves, especially awkward ways when it's a left-footed punter, which obviously the Broncos have in Mitchell. And then that, I mean, that looked like a Harlem Globetrotter play right there. It just looked like a trick play.
Poor Matt Ferentz.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, this punt was a great punt. 39 yards net on this punt, and you kept it away from the best returner in the game in Phillips. So tip your cap to Ferentz on that one, but it's just been a tough night for the kickers in general. And,
really tough night.
You know, surprising here, I guess if you could circle one number on this one would be the 83 passing yards from Reese Goddard in Western Michigan.
Which has been really impressive. This young man's throwing the ball very well tonight, especially under these conditions when he's had to. And we'll see what he has to offer in the second half. And the ball's off the tee again.
It's not going to stay on the tee. The wind is really whipping around. When we first got here this afternoon, there was a stiff wind, 15, 20 miles an hour out of the northwest. Right. But in the time since we've been here, it has started swirling around. It's coming from a lot of different directions now, and it's a lot stronger than 20 miles an hour in terms of the gusts. Mitchell gets this one off, and Western Michigan has the wind generally at their back here in the third quarter. Beebe, that is 5, 20, 25. Will get it back out to about the 27-yard line. Quint Kesnick down on the field. Quint?
Matt Lester to call this game with a freshman quarterback and these wind conditions combined. He kind of looked at me like, yeah, it's a challenge right now. He wants Reese Goddard, obviously, to avoid the catastrophic mistake, the fumble that led to the touchdown, the dropped snap that put him in bad field position. Offensively, look for them to start leaning on Jarvion again because he had it rolling, then he lost his rhythm. But again, as you said, Chris, both coaches really mentioning the impact of the wind on this game.
Thanks, Quint. We're going to have a whistle here as we got a false start. I can hardly see Quint down there with his camouflage hat on. He's blending in with the field here. Exactly. Field so well.
Offense, number 56. 5-yard penalty.
Down there in the elements.
Yes.
With these fans, too, by the way. This is a hardy group of football fan out here, man. They love their Huskies. Senior night, too.
I think when Quint's not talking to us, though, he's huddled up by that heater.
You think you won't admit to it. False start against Northern Illinois, so not the way that Rod Carey wanted to start the second half. Behind the chains now, 1st and 15. Receiver in motion, Huff up the middle. Initially had a nice hole, closed down quickly, gains a couple of yards before Andre Turner is there to snuff it out.
The Huskies going with a lot of window dressing to start the second half, a lot of motions, shifts. See if they can divert the eyes of those linebackers. In this type of offense, the defense, they have to be disciplined, and they have to have great eye discipline. And that's what they're trying to do offensively. Coach Yu is doing a lot of shifts and motions just to get those linebackers out of position. and make them hesitate just for a second so they can break a run right past them.
Childers to throw. Looking for Tears and finds a gain of about 15 yards on the play, close to the marker. He may be just a little shy. It looks like it's going to bring up 3rd and short. Darius Phillips on the coverage.
You know, Chris, that's obviously a route that Childers is really comfortable with. We saw him throw the same route earlier in the game in the first half. Just an out route, nice timing route to his right.
Childers is going to keep it, looking for that marker. He may not have gotten it. He looks like before Caleb Bailey and a host of Broncos brought him down. This one's going to be close.
Yeah, I agree with you. Initially, it doesn't look like he got it. Let's see where they spot the ball.
Let's see which official they look to spot the ball. And they're going to give it to him. First down without even a measurement.
He got a pretty favorable spot right there.
Childers converts with his legs. I'm not sure that Tim Lester necessarily agrees, but first 3rd down conversion on the night for Northern Illinois, so keeping this drive alive. And Huff around the right edge, on the left edge, keeps his footing and doesn't go out of bounds. Flag on the play. Nice carry by Huff. Stephon Claiborne all the way down to the 35-yard line before making the stop. But let's check the marker.
I'm pretty sure that one's going to be coming back. I'm pretty positive that was a hold. Not sure which guy it was.
Holding.
Maybe
offense,
73.
number 4. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Is on the edge. Christian Blake, the wideout.
Yeah.
Downfield.
But that flag came out kind of late, too. So it makes sense he was right there on the edge. Huff is like, hey, I need a blow.
It's Huff and Puff.
I need a blow after that run.
So with the penalty marched off, spot foul, it'll be 1st down and 12 for the Huskies. Marcus Jones giving Huff a break rather. Design run, Childers takes it for about 6-7 yards before Caleb Bailey forces him out of bounds.
Yeah, Huff was the workhorse for the Huskies in that first half. He averaged 9.1 yards per carry. So this guy was the workhorse when they gave it. But Childers is the guy you really got to keep an eye on him because he's a pretty effective runner, averaging just under 4 yards per carry for.
Yeah, he's good. He runs over on the left side of that offensive line. Max Sharping and Jordan Steckler. Jones up the middle, minimal gain, maybe 2 yards, maybe a yard. They'll bring up 3rd down and a good 5 yards for Northern Illinois to keep this drive alive. Syracuse transfer Stephen Clark on the tackle.
Yeah, the Broncos defensive line was able to get some penetration on that run play right there.
Good look at Max Sharping.
A couple of guys are back there. I know Max Sharping, one of the leaders on that offensive line.
6'6", 320 from Green Bay. That's where you're heading right after this game. Green Bay up there.
Yes, sir.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Wisconsin and Michigan.
Which is going to be very interesting, Chris. Very interesting. Very interesting.
3rd down and 5, pressure coming, and Childers gets it away. Has his receiver, makes an adjustment onto the ball, and the flag comes.
I was just wondering what were they waiting for the flags? I mean, they caught the Broncos in the man-to-man coverage. You got Malik Rucker trying to play man-to-man on DJ Brown. You know that Coach Ute, the offensive coordinator, is going to take that.
Defense number 30, 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Even into the wind.
Yeah, he's going to take that matchup every day, all day. You get a safety on one of your fastest receivers in DJ Brown. And he had a couple of steps on Malik Rucker too.
Malik Rucker, the former cornerback, who because of injuries has had to make the move to safety, and he's had some difficulties. First penalty of the game for Western Michigan, though, so fairly mistake-free game in terms of that regard for the Broncos. Costly one here, though, although it doesn't cost you as much as a completion would have on that play.
That's true. Completion may have been 6 points for the other team. For Northern.
Spinning his way. Staying on his feet. Gang tackled after a gain of 5 yards for Northern Illinois.
And you see number 73, too, the left tackle, Max Sharping, leading the way, trying to get extra yards for our guy, Jordan Huff. Jordan's such a tough runner, just a physical runner, refuses to go down. I mean, for a guy his size, too, 5'10", 215 pounds.
Huff again. Over the middle, it'll pick up maybe 2 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. Spillane on the stop. Sharping already has his degree in hand, the big left tackle. Interesting enough, he's only a junior in terms of his playing eligibility, and conversations may begin in earnest after this year about whether he's going to give the next level a try or whether he's going to come back for his senior year. Big 3rd down here, 3rd and 3. As Childers looks over the sideline for the call. Jordan Huff flanking him in the backfield. Childers keeps it. And he squirts his way to the 1st down. It looked like he was going to be stopped, maybe even shy of the line of scrimmage, but he somehow broke his way out of that scrum, and he's going to pick up the 1st down.
That was a nice, tough, determined run by the quarterback, Marcus Childers, to get the 1st down. Because I thought they had him in the backfield, too. I thought there was no way he was going to get the 1st down, but he just squirted out the other side and lunged forward for the 1st down. Really good job by Marcus.
Nice drive right here by Northern Illinois, chewing up some clock in the 3rd quarter and moving the football principally on the ground. Childers keeping it. Gains about 3. Spillane again on the stop.
Seems like the Huskies, they've noticed something in that interior of the defensive line that they like. They keep running the ball right in between the tackles, really in that guard-to-guard area. They're really attacking just the heart of the Broncos' defensive front right now.
Big freshman Trey Harbison coming into the game. Both he and Marcus Jones will be in at the same time. Harbison will be flanked to Childers left. Jones, the speedster, on the right. They opt to Jones with Harbison leading the way, and Jones has a crease. Flag out as Jones gets to the 20. This one might be coming back too. Let's check the call. Claiborne on the stop. Looked like the umpire tossed that flag in there. That's never really a good sign.
Personal foul, chop block, offense number 64 and number 89. 15-yard penalty, 2nd down.
And it was not a good sign for Northern Illinois. The chop block, Luke Shively, the center, and the tight end, Mitchell Brinkman, combining. Both engaging the defender, one high and one low, and that's going to be 15 yards the opposite direction.
Yeah, you can't do that when one guy's engaged with a blocker. You can't take his legs out. Man, that negates a pretty good run by Jones, too. Jones is one of the fastest guys on the team. The coaches talk about, of all the running backs, he's definitely the fastest. They want to get the ball in his hands on the perimeter and just let him fly.
So now 2nd and long for the Huskies. Receiver in motion. Childers is going to throw, and he's going to look for Harbison. Can't find him, but he's got space. Puts his head down and takes a shot. He'll pick up a chunk of yards before Robert Spillane and Asante Brown combine on the stop. Now this is going to be a 3rd and long, though. Picked up some of it back.
I mean, that was just a well-covered play down the field. And watch, Spillane gave it to Brown. His own man took the brunt of that hit.
And Brown is down a little bit here. Asante Brown went down to one knee, and the officials blew the whistle. He might be a little bit dazed as Spillane and Brown collided on that last hit. You saw knock heads, and Brown's going to take a little bit of a breather.
Yes. Ooh. Yeah, he took Brown out. Looked like he got his right shoulder in that
maybe
play.
a little under the helmet.
You can hear it too. Listen. I was actually surprised that Brown got up as fast as he did after that hit, because it looked pretty vicious from this angle.
Let's take a look at Asante Brown, who's been moving around a little bit on this defense. Outside linebacker spot, weak side also playing a little safety. Valuable member of this Western Michigan defense. 3rd and 13. A long 13. Childers back to pass. Harbison staying in the block. Can't find a receiver. Flushed out of the pocket. Just going to throw this one away.
It seems like Marcus was looking to his left the whole time, trying to find Christian Blake on the one-on-one, but Blake couldn't create separation, so he just flushed out to his left. Didn't see the crossing route coming underneath, and just threw the ball away, which is a pretty good play by Childers. I mean, you know, he makes really heads-up plays. He doesn't take sacks. You know, he's not going to put the offense in bad situations. He doesn't mind throwing the ball away, so hey, they can live to see another series.
Josh Orn into punt with the wind in his face from his own 36, and Orn just angles it towards the sideline. That's going to be an outstanding punt again in these conditions. Field position so important in Western Michigan now, forced to go the distance with the ball on their own 9-yard line.
That was a really good punt under these conditions. Yeah.
8:31 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Field position battle continues. 21-14, Northern Illinois, and Ron Carey with the lead.
This is not another 18-blade razor, because this is one blade from Phillips Norelco. A blade for beards and stubble. Shape and shave any length, and be your best you with one blade from Phillips Norelco. Innovation and you. Phillips Norelco.
It takes Arby's hours to smoke their new smokehouse chicken. Who else puts this much work into their chicken? Mama chickens, maybe. Arby's, we have the meat.
I'm not sure why I even wrapped it. It's the thing from the link you sent me.
Don't shop like everybody else. Shop eBay by interest and find a gift that gets them. eBay.
Last Thanksgiving, about 2 million people tried to deep fat fry their turkey. 15 succeeded in setting their houses on fire. At Christmas, there was a lot of driving over the river and through the woods and a little bit of skidding on the ice and taking out Grandma's garage door. So while you're celebrating, Allstate will be standing by. Trouble never takes the holiday. Neither should your insurance. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands?
DirecTV has been rated #1 in customer satisfaction over cable for 17 years running. But some people still like cable, just like some people like wet grocery bags, getting a bad haircut, overcrowded trains, turnstiles that don't turn, and spilling coffee on themselves. But for everyone else, there's DirecTV. For #1 rated customer satisfaction over cable, switch to DirecTV, and for a limited time, get a $100 reward card. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Hi.
Well, honey, I said sweet potatoes.
Yes, you did. I forgot the shrimp. Shrimp and apple pie.
Dad likes pecan.
Oh, well, in that case, I can.
Love to drive? Visit your Infinity retailer for leases starting at $289 a month during the Start Your Own Legacy winter sales event. Infinity. Empower the drive.
Every time it's too nice out to be a work day, a Corona gets its lime. And every time you decide a Tuesday should feel like a Saturday, a Corona gets its lime. And every time you put that away, a Corona gets its lime.
Broncos trail by 7 in this huge game for both these teams. Reese Goddard and Western Michigan will start from their own 9-yard line. Look at the wind. It's been a major factor in this game and a major part of the kicking game, clearly, but also in the passing game. But it's changing directions, maybe dying down a little bit. We'll check in with Quinn here in a second. But first, this play, Jarvion Franklin has not been able to get going since the first quarter. He'll go for maybe a yard. Quinn, what's going on down there on the field?
Well, the flags are still whipping, but it's not crazy like earlier. I had some leaves right here. You take a look. You know, they're blowing now across the field from the far side, Western Michigan sideline, across the field, as opposed to straight right to left. Not as strong as earlier. but still slightly in the face of quarterback Reese Goddard.
Yeah, and not as predictable as with the beginning of the game. You knew exactly what direction the wind was blowing. Either one team had it and one team was going against it. Now it seems to be swirling a lot more. Goddard finds his receiver and a great passing catch. Tyron Arnett out of his slot spot. That ball was in the air before Arnett even made his cut, and it was right on the money.
And that's exactly what you want to do, especially as a young quarterback. You want to throw the receiver open. That's a perfect example of Goddard anticipating the throw. Not throwing where the receiver is, throwing where you want him to be. Really, really nice throw by Goddard.
Into the swirling wind, and the completion made, and Goddard again to throw. Complete to Arnett again in that slot. He'll pick up 5.
And you look at Goddard right now, he's throwing the ball with a lot of confidence. I mean, he seems like he's really under control. He has command of the offense. Just look at his demeanor out there right now. This is what the coaches talked about when they said they want to see what he's doing in practice carry over into an actual game.
2nd and 6, Franklin. Goddard faking the Franklin. Complete to his tight end, Ernstberger. Tries to use a block. Does momentarily, but picks up the first down. Ran right by the block.
Yeah, because Eskridge was stop blocking the cornerback. Just stop blocking him as opposed to going up into his pass and driving him down the field. So Ernstberger said, you know what? Let me run past this guy because they're just out there shadow dancing with each other.
Nice
Look at him.
play that though.
Stop block, stop block. No, you got to go and attack that guy.
Looked like they had a little boat play before Ernstberger made the catch too. So
yes,
very well designed by Western Michigan, and they keep this drive moving. Another first down. Ernstberger in motion. Franklin on the little counter. Makes one man miss. Second man can't quite get that done. Bobby Jones, the 4th, put a stop on him. Sutton Smith finally put him down.
And of course, that man again, Sutton Smith is over there, but you got to give Franklin some credit. I mean, he's the guy. He's not going to go down with the first or second tackle. He broke as many tackles as he could before the cavalry came and wrestled him to the ground. Look at Sutton Smith. That guy right there. He has an endless motor, Chris. He never quits. He never gives up on the play.
Goddard rolls out. Low and incomplete. Anton Curtis, the intended receiver. These two couldn't hook up.
That's a little tough throw from Goddard, rolling to his left as a right-handed quarterback. Couldn't get enough on the ball. But I got to give Johns, the offensive coordinator, a lot of credit because they came out this drive trying to throw the ball as opposed to just force-feeding Jarvion Franklin, their workhorse. And so far, they've been effective.
3rd and long, though, to keep this drive alive. Goddard. Back to pass, has a wide open receiver and connects. Inside the 45, down to the 43. That's going to be enough for a first down. Anton Curtis, that time the two connected before Kelty Williams was able to bring him down.
You know, they ran a sail route. They tried to high-low the cornerback over there. Had a flag route over the top, a little hitch route at the bottom. And Goddard made a really good decision throwing the ball to the hitch route to get a first down. Like I said, so far, very effective in this drive, throwing the football as opposed to just trying to force feed Jarvion Franklin, their workhorse.
2 players down on the play. The receiver, Anton Curtis, is shaken up for Western Michigan. And freshman Weston Kramer, freshman defensive tackle out of Naperville, Illinois, also down for Northern Illinois. He walked off under his own power. Curtis is still on one knee, as you can see. Broncos staff taking a look at Curtis.
He's up, walking off now under his own power, so that's always a pretty good sign.
Yep. Reese Goddard, we've been talking about him making his 3rd start of his career. The true freshman out of Missouri, forced into action because of the injury to John Wassink in the Eastern Michigan game. And look at the day he's having. 13 of 19, 120 yards, the 1 touchdown. Did have the fumble that was returned by Smith for the score. Yeah. That's really the one mistake he's made in this game, but he's been very efficient. 4 out of 5 on this drive.
We talked to the coaches about how he's been getting better and better, and it's really showing up tonight in this game.
The fake to Franklin. Looking deep, and he's going deep. Receiver gets all turned around, and they can't hook up into that with the wind at his back, and clearly that ball was sailing on it.
Yeah, I have to think that the ball, that the wind took the ball, and because he had 2 receivers open. Man-to-man coverage, he got everything he wanted. Again, they're taking shots down the field. Goddard is very comfortable now. He's confident, throwing the ball with a lot of confidence. Looks like he's feeling pretty good out there.
Kevin Johns on the right in that picture up in the booth, offensive coordinator. Yeah, Dwayne Eskridge was open, but with this wind.
Yeah, it's really tough, especially throwing the ball down the field.
And this time Goddard's going to go down. There he is. Sutton Smith on almost every single play we're calling this kid's number.
Yeah, 15 is a man possessed out there tonight. I mean, what more can you say about this young man? He's unblockable. He's a great tackler. He reads the plays. He uses his quickness and his speed for the defensive end position. He may be a little undersized at 225 pounds, but he has that tool in his toolbox, that speed that they just can't defend. They can't block him.
3rd and 14 for Western Michigan. Again, off the edge. That one's going to be tipped and incomplete.
And guess who was back there again? Sutton Smith, making Reese Goddard get rid of the ball quicker than he wanted to.
Joe Sanders also coming off the edge. Blind pressure. That's Shook on him right there, the big-time left tackle for Western Michigan. Smith just uses his speed to get around and forcing the punt. Derek Mitchell now with the wind generally at his back. And I say that because it's still coming from left to right, but it is swirling a little bit down there on the field. End over end punt. It's a bounce, but it hits, looks like it hits a player from Northern Illinois, and Western Michigan claims they have it, and they do. Robert Spillane picks up the ball after it hit the Northern Illinois player. The kicking game continues to affect this game in a profound way for both teams. Take another look.
That's the second mistake we've seen in the punt return game for the Huskies. And in this situation, Chris, as a returner, you have to yell out to your blocker, get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, or whatever call that you have as a return unit to let the blockers know that the ball is close to them, so move, move, move. That's the one thing, even if you have to run over there and yell out as loud. See, he needs to run, BB needs to run over to the blocker.
Yeah, Trayshawn Foster hits him right in the back of the leg.
And tell him, move, move, or you say cat, or whatever call you have to get them to release the block and just run towards the sideline so the ball doesn't hit you.
Officials are reviewing it to see whether it did indeed hit Trayshawn Foster in the back of the leg, and also where to spot the ball. You can't advance him up, so wherever it was originally possessed by Spillane, that's where Western Michigan will take over. Either way, if it does stand, they'll take over deep in Northern Illinois territory. Again, it'll be the second time that they'll be inside the red zone to start a drive after a mistake on the punt return game.
No doubt about that. That's what BB has to do. I mean, he has to run over there, scream at the top of his lungs, telling Foster, move, move, go, go, wherever he needs to hear to get him to release that block and then run towards the sideline so the ball couldn't hit him.
It looks like it hits the backside of Foster. It was called Western Michigan ball on the field, and I don't know if you see enough on that replay to overturn it.
Not from that angle, I don't. No.
After reviewing the play, the ball was touched by receiving team member number 11 and subsequently recovered by kicking team. It will be first down, Western Michigan.
Wow, another big break for Western Michigan in the special teams game, and a tough break for the Huskies. Because Trayshawn is out there, man. That situation is doing what he's been coached to do: block, block, block until the whistle. BB needs to come across and save him from that situation.
2 turnovers on the day for Northern Illinois, both of them while receiving punts.
Yep.
Jarvion Franklin now flanking Goddard in the backfield. Franklin still on his feet. Inside the 10, down to the 7.
Down here in the red zone, they like to run the inside zone play. They're gonna give the ball to Franklin. A little power right here. And Franklin runs so hard too.
Second down and 5. Clock under 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Franklin again. Can't find anywhere to run this time. He'll probably lose a yard. Joe Sanders on the stop for Northern Illinois. One of the things we've seen, we've definitely seen Northern Illinois bow up here in the red zone. One of the best defenses in the country in terms of not allowing teams to score touchdowns in the red zone. They're doing it again today. The U is back, taking on Virginia. Be careful, Miami. You got a lot to play for. Don't sleep on Virginia. Saturday at noon on ABC. Of course, streaming live on the ESPN app. Who's and Canes coming up on ABC.
Turnover chains and everything.
Goddard looks to throw, has room to run inside the 5. Touchdown, Western Michigan.
That's the way Goddard can hurt you with his feet. He's a really good runner with the ball in his hands. And if he doesn't like what he sees, he will not hesitate to pull the ball down and just run. And he ran for daylight right there. Really, just a smart play by the young quarterback. He's playing a really heads-up game tonight.
He saw that Sutton Smith was upfield, and he was able to get underneath Sutton Smith to get into that, to find just a little bit of room, just enough room to get into the end zone. Josh Grant to tie this game for the Broncos. And he does just that. 3:06 left to go in the third quarter. Western Michigan 21, Northern Illinois 21. This freshman quarterback playing outstanding tonight. All even in this huge MAC game.
Joseph A. Banks Black Friday sale. All dress shirts 2 for $89. All executive suits $199. And all Traveler and 1905 sports shirts $39. Plus, get up to 70% off store-wide at the Black Friday sale starting now. Only at Joseph A. Bank.
Heineken has been family-owned since 1873. They know about family tradition. My favorite family tradition? Exchanging gifts. It allows me to showcase my range as an actor. What could this be? You shouldn't have. I love it. I actually bought these myself. There's more behind the star.
Rated T for teen.
PlayStation.
Hi.
Honey, I said sweet potatoes.
Yes, you did. I forgot the shrimp. Shrimp? An apple pie.
Dad likes pecan.
Oh, well, in that case, I can...
Love to drive? Visit your Infinity retailer for leases starting at $289 a month during the Start Your Own Legacy winter sales event. Infinity. Empower the drive.
No. You can scroll menus for days. Or just get what you want. All your favorites you crave, one box, $5, no hard choices. The $5 Cravings Deal, only at Taco Bell.
ESPN College Football, brought to you by Infinity. Empower the drive. And Taco Bell's new crispy chicken quesadilla, a deliciously unexpected pairing.
Statue of Diesel, Husky mascot for Northern Illinois, retired back in 2015. Mission is the new mascot. On hand here tonight.
Okay, Mission.
Yeah, I guarantee Mission is probably feeling nice and comfortable with that coat, you know?
Exactly.
This is Mission's kind of weather.
No doubt. No doubt.
Not so much for Dez.
No, sir.
Guys from Miami.
No,
Thin
sir.
blood.
Yeah, I mean, it was great when I was playing. Don't get me wrong. It takes me back to my youth right now.
Little does Des know I have a space heater right at my feet. Chad Beebe on the return to the 20. Gets it to the outside. Gets a little bit of space. Up to about the 35-yard line. That's where the Huskies will take over. 21-21. These teams have gone back and forth. Tied for the third time tonight. And a critical MAC game. Don't go anywhere.
The PK80 tips Thursday, November 23rd at 2:30 on ESPN.
Hi.
Honey, I said sweet potatoes.
Yes, you did. I forgot the shrimp. Shrimp? An apple pie.
Dad likes pecan.
Oh, well, in that case, I can...
Love to drive? Visit your Infiniti retailer for leases starting at $289 a month during the Start Your Own Legacy winter sales event. Infiniti. Empower the drive.
Awaken your inner Jedi.
This is not another 18-blade razor, because this is one blade from Philips Norelco, a blade for beards and stubble. Shape and shave any length, and be your best you with one blade from Philips Norelco. Innovation and you. Philips Norelco.
Introducing the all-new delivery pouch from Pizza Hut. Thanks to 3 layers of thermal insulation, your pizza arrives oven hot. It's like having our oven right in your kitchen. Well, pretty close. Try it with the best pizza delivery deal. Large 2 topping, just $7.99. No one out-pizzas.
Nick is a logistical mastermind. When it comes to moving packages on a global scale, nobody does it better. He's also an avid cookie connoisseur. Dig in, big guy. But when it comes to mortgages, he's less confident. Fortunately for Nick, there's Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. It's simple, so he can understand the details and get approved in as few as 8 minutes. Apply simply, understand fully, mortgage confidently. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. 40 matches, it's thrilling 14 days of hearts filling with thrill and cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Premier League festive fixtures begin Friday. Arsenal, Liverpool on NBCSN.
Western Michigan recovers the fumble on first down. And after scoring a touchdown by Reese Goddard, they're in excellent position to strike again. Sweep to the left side along the sideline. Next thing you know, the ball's on the carpet. And the Broncos.
Hey, Quinn, thanks for taking over for me, man. I had a headset issue up here. The result is a fumble, and Western Michigan has the football right back. So the tie game after the Goddard touchdown run, and just like that, Western, in the waning moments here of the third quarter, threatening again the reverse. And Dwayne Eskridge on the left side, he's got one man to beat. Makes a move and gets brought down hard after a gain of 9 yards.
Really good block by Reese Goddard, too. Just enough to get in front of the defender so Eskridge could turn the corner on that reverse. Look at this. Watch the quarterback right here, number 6, Reese Goddard. Just enough to get in the way so Eskridge could turn the corner. That's how you endear yourself to your teammates. Everyone appreciates that type of effort, especially from the quarterback.
2nd down and 1 now for the Broncos. Jarvion Franklin to Goddard's left. Franklin muscles his way right into the teeth of that Northern Illinois defense. He'll pick up enough for the 1st down, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Broncos.
Yeah, Chris, but just enough for the 1st down. Franklin's not experiencing the success in between the tackles that he did earlier in the game. The Huskies defense is really starting to bow up in the trenches.
Franklin had over 100 yards early in the 2nd quarter, and he's gained about less than 10 yards on the ground since. But like you said, he's the workhorse. They'll fake it to him and go to the tight end. Ernstberger, 1 man to beat. Touchdown!
A nifty little run by Ernstberger, who stands at 6'3", 255 pounds. Nice move out there on the perimeter to get into the end zone. Caught the Huskies in the man-to-man coverage. Anytime you get a guy, a defensive man-to-man, you just got one guy to beat. He was able to do that. Really easy score for the Broncos after a turnover.
Ernstberger, which is a superstar on this team, his 4th touchdown reception on the season. Safety valve, and you can see what this means to both Ernstberger and his teammates. 1st lead of the game for the Broncos. Josh Grant with the PAT. Turnovers playing a huge role in this game. And they did on that drive too. Western Michigan. Broncos taking the 7-point lead to the Huskies.
With Vizio's lifelike XLED picture quality, you'll feel like you're in a galaxy far, far away. See Star Wars: The Last Jedi in theaters December 15th. Tickets available now.
Victory. It happens at the wall. And after 8 hours of glorious sleep. Beauty-Rest Advanced Support System provides personalized back support. It's equipment for high-performance sleep.
Start your shopping at Cabela's pre-Black Friday sale. Take $150 off Bradley Realtree smokers or Leupold VX2 rifle scope. Plus, enjoy 14 days of incredible daily deals. Shop in-store and at Cabela's.com.
Western Michigan, 2 touchdowns in the last minute and a half in this one to storm back in time and then take the lead over Northern Illinois, 28-21. Just a minute and a half or so left here in the 3rd quarter. It's a big game because the way the MAC is playing itself out, it's coming right down to the wire. Minute and 36 left for Western Michigan with the wind at their back. And then we'll flip this field. And Northern Illinois, trailing now for the 1st time in this game, will have an opportunity to get some work done with the wind at their back. Here's Mitchell powering this one into the end zone. He'll go in and out of the back. Northern Illinois will take over. Take a look at the MAC standings. Why is this game so big? Well, first of all, the East has Akron and Ohio just locked in it. But Akron beating Ohio last night, they've got the tiebreaker, so the Zips control their own destiny. In the West, all 4 teams that you see began the night still alive. The loser of this game is done.
Elimination game.
But there still are other teams like Toledo and Central Michigan in the hunt. And Toledo right now over on ESPNU in a tie game at Bowling Green.
Wow, I didn't see that one.
21-21 in the 2nd quarter. So there's a lot going on in the MAC and a lot to play for here this week and next week before the MAC championship game. Both these teams trying to keep their hopes alive, and they've got to win tonight to do that. And Western Michigan is stormed back. Let's see what Northern Illinois can do now with the wind in their face for another minute and a half, and they're going to do it on the ground. Jordan Huff carrying would-be tacklers all the way to the 46-yard line. Malik Rucker hanging on.
We've been waiting for Jordan Huff to pop one in the 2nd half. He had a pretty good 1st quarter. Then he was kind of quiet in the 2nd quarter. Another inside zone play, and he has watch his leg drive. I mean, he's such a strong physical runner, refuses to go down, carrying tacklers. Huge run for the Huskies right there.
24 yards on that carry, and you can see the Huskies are working this clock down here at the end of the third quarter because, as I mentioned, they're going to get the wind at their back for the fourth quarter. Now in Western Michigan territory and trailing by 7. The fake to Huff. Up top, incomplete, but there's going to be a lot of laundry. 3 flags thrown on the play, and that's going to be pass interference. The pass intended for Spencer Tears couldn't hook up, but Darius Phillips was on the coverage and was a little early.
Yeah, Darius Phillips pretty much assaulted him on that play. It was an obvious pass interference. I mean, because he was beat deep, but like you said, beats the alternative, because the alternative may have been a touchdown for the Huskies. So you kind of got to make that play. Once you can't make the interception, the guy had you beat deep.
15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Opting for the surprise play. We're talking about winding the clock down so they can get the wind at their back, but Jeremovich saying, you know what, we're going to try and catch him off guard by going over the top, and they caught Phillips off guard.
It really did. Spencer Tears had a couple of steps on him, and coming to this game, Darius Phillips had an ankle problem too, so you got to wonder how has that affected him out there, especially in this cold weather tonight. And this defense, they're going to put those guys on the island. Darius Phillips, Samuel Beal, they're going to be out there man-to-man.
And Huff gets stuffed in the backfield, and a host of Broncos greet him, led by Eric Asua, and that's going to be a loss of 3 on the play.
It's just really good penetration by the defensive line of the Broncos. Guys up front say, hey, we're not going to let Huff just run the ball down our throat. It's not going to happen all night.
2nd and 13 as the clock winds down, and it looks like the Huskies are content to just let this final 12 seconds of the third quarter tick down, and they'll get the win at their back for the fourth quarter, trailing by 7 points in a game they have to win to keep their MAC championship game hopes alive. This is what Maction's all about, brother.
Yes, sir.
Hashtag Maction on a Wednesday night
fourth quarter
in DeKalb, Illinois. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got an exciting finale coming up.
Falcons, Seahawks, Monday, 8:15 Eastern on ESPN.
If you have moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis and you're talking to your rheumatologist about a medication, this is Humira. This is Humira, helping to relieve my pain and protect my joints from further irreversible damage. This is Humira, helping me reach for more. Humira has been clinically studied for over 20 years. Humira works for many adults. It targets and blocks a specific source of inflammation that contributes to RA symptoms.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB. Hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Talk to your doctor and visit Humira.com. This is Humira at work.
I'm so hungry I could eat a horse.
You should have come prepared, Sir Glenn.
You saw how long my to-do scroll was.
Didn't stop the rest of us. No excuses. Snap into bold flavored protein. Snap into a Slim Jim.
Ice cold, Dr. Pepper, last one.
Hey, that's my Dr. Pepper. I saw it first. No, you didn't.
Let go. You let go.
You.
Larry, what do I do?
Yeah, old-fashioned crave-off. Generation of bad blood.
Rivalries.
Don't make any sudden movements. I got just the thing. Easy. Easy. We're lucky. It usually doesn't work.
Let's go, Dr. Pepper here. Let's go.
The amazing new iPhone 8 is at AT&T, and we know you'll love it.
Because we know you want more.
More great camera features and more power.
And more than just unlimited data, we give you unlimited plans with HBO included for life.
Because you deserve more entertainment.
And more spokespeople.
Talking like this, saying the word more.
AT&T.
It's time for more. Am I too close? I feel like I'm too close.
Get the iPhone 8, and with all AT&T Unlimited plans, get HBO for life, only from AT&T.
We took crispy chicken and married it with our cheesy quesadilla to create the perfect union. Get it with a crunchy taco, Doritos Locos taco, and a medium drink. The new $5 crispy chicken quesadilla box, only at Taco Bell.
There's no one I'd rather hit the road with.
No one I'd rather have dinner and a movie with.
No one I'd rather lean on.
Being in love is an amazing thing. Being in love with your best friend is everything. Ever Us. One diamond for your best friend, one for your true love. For the one woman in your life who's both. Ever Us. Available at Kay, Jared, and Zales.
Start of the fourth quarter here in DeKalb. 7-point lead for the Western Michigan Broncos. Northern Illinois with the football. And Tim Lester spoke all week long about how his Western Michigan team has got to finish. He's changed their practice habits around, changed some drills around to make sure that they were ready to perform in the fourth quarter. And they've got to do it now with the lead. Huff breaks a tackle, breaks it outside, inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line.
Hope one of those drills was a tackling drill because, man, just poor tackling out there on the perimeter. I mean, I know Huff is built low to the ground, very determined runner, runs hard with physicality. But Darius Phillips right there, you got to make that tackle. You got to make that play. This is the fourth quarter. It's what you guys talked about, especially after that Central Michigan game.
Yeah,
they had that heart-to-heart talk with his players, and they really stuck with those guys for a long time.
Pass complete over the middle, gain of maybe 2-3 yards on the play. Daniel Crawford, just his third catch of the year. But they'll pick up about 4 yards on that completion.
Yeah, back to what we were talking about earlier, just about Central Michigan, the way Central came back against them, and they didn't perform well in the fourth quarter. They didn't perform well in the second half, really.
Huff sidesteps a tackler inside the 10 to the 5, touchdown.
15-yard touchdown run for 23, Jordan Huff.
142 yards off of just 16 carries and 2 touchdowns. And what a great job of just getting through the hole, bouncing to the outside, using his vision, his quickness.
Got a block from his receiver, Spencer Tears, out there as well, just enough.
Which always helps. That's big. I love to see receivers out there on the perimeter blocking, turning big gains into touchdowns.
Christian Hagan with the point after try. Good. And we are tied once again, 4th time today. These two teams are giving each other their best shots, trying to stay alive in the battle for the MAC championship.
Let out your inner child at the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Tecate Light, born bold.
Where do we keep the sauce or the new Western barbecue bacon cheeseburger?
Go west, son, where the bacon comes thick cut and the barbecue sauce flows like the raging waters of the Yukon.
What?
Left of the fridge.
The new Western barbecue bacon cheeseburger, $5 lunch.
Welcome to Dairy Queen.
I love you so much. We're gonna be best friends forever.
Let out your inner child at the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
It's year 4 of the college football playoff. 4 teams. 2 semifinals. New Year's Day. The college football playoff on ESPN. Who's it?
Where do we keep the sauce or the new Western barbecue bacon cheeseburger?
Go west, son, where the bacon comes thick cut and the barbecue sauce flows like the raging waters of the Yukon.
What?
Left of the fridge.
The new Western barbecue bacon cheeseburger, $5 lunch.
Welcome to Dairy Queen.
Can you cuss on Showtime? Awesome.
People called him the king and queen of country music. We wanted to tour together again. We wanted that experience that we had when we first met.
All those things that are different is what makes the magic and passion.
When you finally get to that moment where it's happening and everything comes together, it was great.
Upgrade to Showtime now.
Where do we keep the sauce for the new Western barbecue bacon cheeseburger?
Go west, son, where the bacon comes thick cut and the barbecue sauce flows like the raging waters of the Yukon.
What?
Huh. Left in the fridge.
The new Western barbecue bacon cheeseburger, $5 lunch.
Welcome to Dairy Queen.
How quickly things change on Wednesday night action. Moments ago, the Broncos on the sideline, hyped with the lead, and then within just a matter of seconds here, Des, it turns to despair.
Yeah, all that celebrating, man. They got a whole quarter left, and you talk about the mentality of a team to win the game in the fourth quarter. I mean, you gotta be all business. You can't celebrate like you got this game in the bag. You have to be focused and go out there and handle your business in the most important quarter in this game, the fourth quarter. Not all that jumping up and down and celebrating as if the game is over.
Josh Horn puts his foot into it. I think it's going to be short, but takes a bounce away from Phillips. Finally picks it up with his own three, and he's in big trouble. And he's going to go, no, he stays on his feet, but he ain't going to go very far. Down at the 4-yard line. Good. He was good just to get out of the end zone before he was able to be tackled at the 4-yard line.
And again, that wind is playing a huge factor in the return game. He could not catch it on the fly. And anytime you let it hit the ground, especially in these conditions, that ball can go anywhere. So you got to try to catch it on the fly.
Special teams, Maven Jackson Abresh was there for the stop. And Phillips, you see now, he had that ankle injury coming into this game, and he hobbles off the field.
Yep.
We're going to keep an eye on that. Phillips not only the most dangerous return man in this game, but he's also a starting cornerback and their best cover corner. Jarvion Franklin now, can they get Franklin going? He had a huge first quarter, but mostly silent since then. Goddard keeps it himself, and he'll be tackled at the line of scrimmage.
That was Jawan Johnson. He went out the game a little earlier, but he's the guy on the other side of Sutton. He's a force to be reckoned with, number 7. Look at him. That's just a really good open field tackle. Tackle for loss by Johnson.
Western Michigan backed up, going into the wind. Momentum now is shifted to Northern Illinois. The fake to Franklin over the middle, can't hook up with his receiver. Now we've got a flag. Arnett was the intended receiver coming out of the slot, Des. And the coverage was maybe just a little bit too tight.
Pass interference, defense number 8. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Kelty Williams, the guilty party, and it'll be a first down for Western Michigan. They needed that one backed up as much as they were.
Yes, they really did. And if I'm Western right now, you know, you gotta try to attack the middle of the field, because you don't want to throw the ball high and deep because it's still going slightly against the wind. And Goddard, I'll tell you what, Goddard, though, he's been really effective throwing the ball tonight. Really impressed with this young man. Like the coach just said, Coach Johns, he's been getting better and better, and it's really showing tonight.
First down and 10 now for Goddard. Out to Arnett. Can't come up with it.
That was a good throw by Goddard. Arnett just tried to run without the ball. Really good, solid throw by
Good move on Arnett to fall on it, even though he didn't catch it, because that was close to being a lateral. But
that's a good point, too.
Forward pass.
It's a very good point.
Thank you.
A lot of players just, you know,
I've been hanging with you enough to know that clearly forward, but Arnett, you know, don't take any chances. Falling until the whistle blows. Learning.
My guy.
Goddard now changing the play, going up to his lineman. Second down and 10. Franklin. No, nothing doing. Maybe falls forward for a gain of a yard, maybe 2. It'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, the Huskies are just keyed in right now. Their running game. Franklin just can't get going. Seems like the Broncos are going to have to throw the ball more just to open up the run.
3rd down and 8 into the wind, Western Michigan. Tie game, 4th quarter. Goddard sprinting out of the pocket to find a little bit of time. Goes downfield, has his receiver, caught by Arnett. To the 30. Inside the 20, finally brought down by Mikhail Allen. Not after a huge gain, though.
3rd and 8. They rolled the dice. The Huskies brought pressure. Caught them in the man-to-man, one-on-one out there on the edge. And you got to take that. Hey, Chris, I can't emphasize it enough. Goddard is really throwing the ball so well tonight, even into the wind. That was an excellent throw by the freshman quarterback, to Arnett.
His first 2 touchdown passes of his career, over 200 yards. He's efficient. Just the 1 fumble in the first half. The only blemish on a great night. 68 yards on 3rd and 8, another 3rd down conversion. The fake to the receiver. Tried to hook up that time. Vanton Curtis couldn't do it. This is a team in Northern Illinois. It's one of the best teams in the country in terms of 3rd down conversion rates defensively. Yeah. They don't let you stay on the field when it's 3rd down very often. You got to get off.
No, you're right about that. A lot of credit though to the Broncos, the offensive coaching staff, the offensive coordinator. They have a really good game plan coming to this game, and they're executing it very well so far. And Goddard, can't say enough about the way this young man's playing tonight.
Took a little bit of a hit there. Looked like he might have hurt ankle, leg. He was clearly in pain, but he's back up.
The one thing we know about Reese Goddard is he's extremely tough.
The hand off to Franklin. Dive forward, gain of about 3 yards.
Goddard came in with 2nd place in the state, like shot put in Missouri. Yeah. I mean, this kid has a quarterback. He's throwing the shot put. Came in 2nd place in the state finals in Missouri. So really tough kid.
His grit and toughness and moxie have never been questioned. It's just a matter of whether he can make the plays with his arm, and he certainly has tonight.
His arm has shown up tonight.
Big 3rd down here. 3rd and 7 for the Broncos. Got it. Flushed out of the pocket. Using his wheels. Gets a block from his receiver, but it's not enough. He'll gain maybe a yard and bring up a 4th down. Boy, we have seen
the
kicking game
you gotta
tonight.
kick it.
I know.
You got to kick it. Yeah.
Are you close enough into where you have confidence in your kicker
so.
to where this wind doesn't make a difference?
I think so. Yeah, you got to kick it.
Josh Grant missed the field goal earlier in the day. Quint, what's going on down there on the field?
Well, the wind is blowing sideways right now from left near side to far side, swirling a little. If he hits...
We're losing Quint that microphone. The wind is wreaking havoc all over the place. 28-yard attempt here.
The wind just took Quint's microphone.
Yep, took the mic completely out of his hands. Grant puts his foot into it, and he gets it to go. So Grant hits the field goal, and the freshman gives Western Michigan the lead. 31-28. Broncos on top, 4th quarter. Action. Don't go anywhere, folks.
Is this for me?
Happy?
Woo! Let out your inner child at the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Hey, girl, I miss you.
I can't wait to see my snuggle bug.
Dude, group chat. The magic of iPhone 10 on America's best unlimited network. Right now, get $300 off iPhone 10 at T-Mobile.
At Planners, we know how to throw a remarkable holiday party. Just serve classy snacks and be a gracious host, no matter who shows up.
Do you like nuts?
I love you, a bushel and a peck. You bet your birdie neck I do.
While other insurance companies just see a house, State Farm sees the home you've worked really hard for.
There's no one I'd rather hit the road with.
No one I'd rather have dinner and a movie with.
No one I'd rather lean on.
Being in love is an amazing thing. Being in love with your best friend is everything. Ever Us. One diamond for your best friend, one for your true love. For the one woman in your life who's both. Ever Us. Available at Kay, Jared, and Zales.
It takes Arby's hours to smoke their new smokehouse chicken. Who else puts this much work into their chicken? Mama chickens, maybe. Arby's, we have the meat. Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go?
Let out your inner child at the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
ESPN College Football, brought to you by Kraft Macaroni and Cheese, the part of parenting that's impossible to mess up, and the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Offers available for a limited time.
DeKalb is the spot to be tonight. Tip of the cap to our crew. It is not warm. It is windy. It is cold.
Yes.
Like we said earlier, when the locals tell you it's cold here in DeKalb, it's cold. But they're doing yeoman's work bringing you this game. And we've got a good one for you. 10:37 left to go. Western Michigan just jumped back out on top, 31-28. Josh Grant, the freshman, taking the field goal in this windy condition. There you see Chad Beebe trying to get warmed up out there. It's been a difficult night, not only kicking the ball, but also receiving the ball in these conditions.
Very challenging receiving the ball in these conditions. And look at that ball right there. It just died down at the 24-yard line.
DJ Brown catches it and does well to pick up some yardage. So Northern Illinois will scrimmage from their own 32-yard line.
I tell you what, I did not expect us to see a high-scoring game tonight. I thought this was going to be like a little slugfest, low-scoring game. 31-28 and 10 minutes and 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Marcus Childers coming out, looking to lead his charges on yet another scoring drive. Loser of this game, just a reminder, hopes to play in the MAC championship game will be dashed. Jordan Huff, who has 142 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns, gets another crack at it, puts his head down, nothing doing.
Yeah, Huff is having a big night. They're able to keep the ball on the ground. I would still feed Huff.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's been so effective.
They've got the wind at their back now. It is swirling a lot more than it was earlier in the game, but it's still primarily at the Huskies' back here for the rest of the fourth quarter. As we go under 10 minutes left to go on this play. And Childers keeps it. He'll get about 6 yards on the play, so it'll bring up a big third down here for both this Western Michigan defense and for Northern Illinois if they can keep this drive going.
Yeah, huge hole on the left side when you send Christian Blake across the formation and then Huff goes to the left too. You know you're going to get the defense flowing to the left of the offense. So really good play and nice run by Marcus Childers.
You saw Rod Carey there. He's had so much success here in DeKalb with this team. Can he keep it going? Can he get back to the MAC championship game? They went 6 years in a row before last year not being able to get there. Huff breaking through up the middle. First down and more. He'll get to the 46, about the 46-yard line. First down for Northern Illinois.
They caught the Broncos another pressure. Caleb Bailey, number 8, the middle linebacker, came through the A-gap. And Huff was able to pop it because there was no one there.
Sante Brown finally there, but not after picking up first down yardage for Huff. He continues his impressive day. Look at that.
Very
49
impressive.
yards, 2 touchdowns. Childers sends it to the man that was in motion. Can't hook up with Christian Blake.
That was a well-designed play too, Chris, because you got Christian Blake one-on-one with Caleb Bailey, a linebacker. So if that ball had been delivered on time, that could have been potentially a big play for the Huskies. You see Blake in motion across the formation. It's just Blake out there one-on-one with number 8, Caleb Bailey. Just put the ball on him so he can run with it.
Second down and 10 for the Huskies. A couple of tight ends in the game for Northern Illinois. Up the middle that time with Huff. Tough yards, maybe 3.
Nothing but a lot of window dressing on that play with the shifts and motions. But the end result, they want to give the ball to Huff right up the middle.
These linebackers, Spillane, Bailey, and Asante Brown have gotten in a lot of work tonight. Trying to contain this running game for Northern Illinois. Good look at Spillane. 3rd down and 7 for the Huskies. Childers back to pass. Throws a strike, and it's caught. The tight end, Shane Wyman, with a nice concentration to come back to the ball thrown slightly behind him and make the catch.
I really like Shane Wyman. I mean, he's like a throwback player, fullback type, just a guy with good hands, but he's a bruiser. He wants to block, loves to block. Look at him right there on that play, the left side of the screen. Look at him blocking. But then you can flare him out, throw balls to him. He can catch the ball too. Really nice. That's a really good receiver out of the backfield too.
Huff uses some nice blocking to pick up 5 yards. Good gain on 1st down. You see the clock winding down. Now about halfway through this 4th quarter. Northern Illinois trailing by 3. A must-win game for both these teams tonight to stay alive in the MAC West battle. Huff, you can see, season high 157 yards and more. Close to the 1st down marker. Looks like he might have it.
Again, you see Shane Wyman, the left side offensive line, just moving guys out of the way. Huff running right behind him.
Huff will get a breather. Trey Harbison now coming in, the bigger back. We'll spell Huff for a moment. Rod Carey looking on, knowing his team needs to finish this drive as the clock winding down here in the 4th quarter. Under 7 minutes to play on this play. Harbison up the middle, finds some daylight, bounces off a tackler, gets maybe 4 yards.
Good stop by Malik Rucker, the safety, to come up there and make that tackle. I thought he was about to pop that one. He almost came out on the other end.
Now this offensive line, Sharping, Steckler, Shively, Velos, Roberts, all getting a good push, getting 4 or 5 yards on 1st down, staying ahead of the chains. Harbison stays in. Childers back to pass, finds his tight end, inside the 10, inside the 5, touchdown! Mich Brinkman, the backup tight end, his 2nd touchdown of the day. And Northern Illinois has retaken the lead, Des.
Just another well-designed play. You knew that the offensive coordinator, coach, you wanted to get those tight ends and slot receivers one-on-one with those safeties. They felt as though they had a distinct advantage with anyone they put in the slot one-on-one against the Broncos linebackers and safeties. And Mich Brinkman, we haven't called his name all night.
It's his 4th catch of the year, his 2nd touchdown, and it's a huge touchdown catch for Northern Illinois. They retake the lead. Christian Hagan with the PAT. We've got 6:20 left to go from the Cow. Hometown folks excited. Huskies back on top.
Let out your inner child at the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Heineken has been family-owned since 1873. They know about tradition. My favorite tradition? You shouldn't have. Exchanging gifts. I actually bought these myself. There's more behind the star.
Joseph A. Bank's Black Friday sale. All dress shirts 2 for $89. All executive suits $199. And all Traveler and 1905 sports shirts $39. Plus, get up to 70% off store-wide at the Black Friday sale starting now. Only at Joseph A. Bank.
It all comes down to this. The Energizer Bunny gets the snap. He's still going! Nothing outlasts Energizer Ultimate Lithium.
This is not another 18-blade razor.
Because this is one blade from Philips Norelco. A blade for beards and stubble. Shape and shave any length. And be your best you with one blade from Philips Norelco. Innovation and you. Philips Norelco.
It's frustrating when you can't see clearly. Imagine there were wiper blades that did more than just wipe away the rain. Rain-X Latitude Water Repellency 2-in-1 Wiper Blades. Our revolutionary blades include the water-beating magic of Rain-X and works by applying the repellent directly to the glass. So water magically beads up and rolls away while you drive. Compared to traditional wipers, the difference is amazing. That's why Rain-X just won the prestigious Product of the Year award. Rain-X, outsmart the elements.
Rated mature.
Is this for me? Happy?
Woo! Let out your inner child at the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
The PK80 tips Thursday, November 23rd at 2:30 on ESPN.
Northern Illinois is broken back on top, 35-31 in this key action battle. Mitchell Brinkman with the touchdown catch from Council Bluffs, Iowa, hometown of our very own Mark Amento, by the way, who's a statistician on the night. Big time play in this game with just 6:20 left to go. Now Western Michigan, wind in their faces. They get the ball back. Let's see what this offense can do. As Josh Orn will put a toe to the football, and my guess is he'll try and drive it away from Darius Phillips, who's back to receive despite hobbling off after the last kickoff. Phillips will just let it go over his head.
Which is a smart decision. This is the shootout that I never saw coming.
No, I wonder if we'll get one in Miami on Saturday. Virginia comes to town to take on the Canes. And Miami's just got to stay vigilant, take care of business against Virginia. Noon on Saturday, ABC and streaming live on the ESPN app. It's all there in front of the Canes, ranked number 3 in the latest playoff rankings. Just cannot slip up. Northern Illinois has got to stay vigilant on defense here. There's the chain.
There we go.
It's worked. It's almost like, hey, build the chain and we will turn the ball over, and that's what they're doing.
Exactly. That's the coolest thing in college football right now, the turnover chain.
Reese Goddard trying to lead Western Michigan back down to retake the lead in this game. That pass falls incomplete. And, you know, are you getting a feel like this is not Reese Goddard's game, having to drive this team into the wind, the length of the field? You almost get a sense of desperation here, and he's played so well all game long, but within himself.
No, you're right about that. And the thing about it is Jarvion Franklin, they're a workhorse. Second half, they couldn't get him going.
Hole closed down on Franklin that time. He picked up 4 yards. It'll bring up a big 3rd down and 6. Joe Sanders and a host of Huskies there to bring him down.
Like you said, this is a big 3rd down and 6 right here. I mean, what do they do? You have to go to the air. Goddard has been effective throwing the ball going both directions. So I would assume that they have some confidence in this young man throwing the ball in these conditions.
3rd down and 6. Franklin is in the backfield with Goddard. Goddard looks to pass, comes near side. Some contact, but no whistle blown on that play. He was going for Luke Sanders, the freshman, and they could not connect. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, he was looking at Luke Sanders the whole way, and like you said, there was some contact with Smalls, but they didn't throw a flag, and it looked like he was going for like a little fade stop or a back shoulder throw, but Smalls was right on Sanders, so he couldn't get the ball to him. So, and no penalty, no flag. I thought there was a little contact there, definitely.
Derek Mitchell now to kick into this wind with 5.5 left to go in the game. And if they ever needed something to happen into this wind, it would be here. Mitchell keeps it low. The wind still knocks it down. Beebe says, I'm not getting anywhere near that one. Touchdown at the 37-yard line. That's where Northern Illinois will take over. 5:21 left to go in this one with the 4-point lead. Can the Huskies hang on?
No. You can scroll menus for days, Or just get what you want. All your favorites you crave, one box, $5, no hard choices. The $5 Cravings Deal, only at Taco Bell. There's no one I'd rather hit the road with.
No one I'd rather have dinner and a movie with.
No one I'd rather lean on.
Being in love is an amazing thing. Being in love with your best friend is everything. Ever Us. One diamond for your best friend, one for your true love. For the one woman in your life who's both. Ever Us. Available at Kay, Jared, and Zales.
At Desmond Howard. Your famous trophy pose is my screensaver. Hashtag sweet talk, hashtag sweepstakes.
Kirk Herbstreit's best side is his left side and his right. Hashtag sweet talk, hashtag sweepstakes.
Post something nice about your rival with hashtag sweet talk, hashtag sweepstakes for a chance to win a trip to the College Football National Championship.
DirecTV has been rated #1 in customer satisfaction over cable for 17 years running. But some people still like cable, just like some people like wet grocery bags, getting a bad haircut, overcrowded trains, turnstiles that don't turn, and spilling coffee on themselves. But for everyone else, there's DirecTV. For #1 rated customer satisfaction over cable, switch to DirecTV and for a limited time get a $100 reward card. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Tecate Light, born bold.
Northern Illinois, 5 minutes and 21 seconds away from rewarding these fans who will come out to see them play tonight on senior night. It's been a successful fourth quarter for the Huskies, who really struggled offensively in the middle of this game, second and third quarter, but they've been able to put together a couple of drives here to retake the lead in this game. And now with 5:21 left to go, Des, what do you think the strategy here is from Rod Carey and Mike Yuremevich to keep the ball away from Western Michigan?
Oh, keep it on the ground and give it to that man right there.
Huff, break it out.
Huff, yeah, stay in bounds. Whatever you do, don't run out of bounds. Keep the clock running.
13 yards for Huff, 13 more yards, and what's already been a great day for the senior from Mobile, Alabama. Got a flag on the play. Looks like we may also have a player down on the far side. That's a Western Michigan player. Looks to me like Stephon Claiborne. The free safety. Let's check out the flag. Officials discussing it after a 13-yard gain from Huff.
Personal foul, face mask, offense, number 23, 15-yard penalty, first down.
That must have been on a stiff arm attempt. I didn't see it in live action, Des, but that was on Huff, the ball carrier, and that may very well have been on Claiborne, who was trying to make the tackle.
Yeah, I didn't see it in live action either, but it's a play that happens more often than not, but rarely ever gets called. Oh, he had to call that one. He actually pulled Claiborne down by his face mask, so they had to throw the laundry on the field for that play.
The official right on the scene, and that's a big penalty in this game. It negates a first down run by Huff and brings it all the way back. It'll be 1st and 13.
Was he trying to explain to him why he did it? Oh, man.
got stuck in there, got caught in there. Yeah. Inadvertent or not, it still counts. Jordan Huff now in the backfield will take it again. Dances his way into the middle of the teeth of that Western Michigan defense. Stays on his feet. He'll pick up about 7-8 yards on the carry. 2nd down and 5, 2nd and 6 now for Northern Illinois. Clock continuing to wind. Under 5 minutes in the game.
Yeah, Jordan Huff's numbers. Look at it. Averaging just shy of 8 yards per carry. 2 touchdowns on the night so far. And he's the guy, but he's still going. He looks fresh. He looks strong and fresh. Doesn't look like he's wearing down at all. Some of that window dressing by the Huskies.
Huff up the middle, tripped up. He'll gain maybe a yard, and another huge 3rd down here for Western Michigan.
Yeah, at this point, Chris, it seems as though Northern's controlling the line of scrimmage. know, they can run just about any one of their runs they want to dial up. And, is it timeout?
Yeah, Broncos calling a timeout here just to try and save the clock for when they have the football offensively. 4:13 left to go in this game, so they have 3 timeouts. And Tim Lester electing to use them on defense to try and get the ball back with some time. Big day of college football on Saturday. Talk about Miami in action against Virginia. How about this rivalry in Los Angeles? UCLA taking on USC, an opportunity to see 2 of the hottest pro prospect quarterbacks out there. Scouts are going to be watching this one.
Oh, yeah.
The victory bell is on the line.
Sir.
Josh Rosen taking on Sam Darnold. 8 o'clock Eastern on ABC and streaming live on the ESPN app. Husky band keeping their team and keeping their spirits up. 3rd down and 5. The end around, jet sweep, and first down and more. Christian Blake took the handoff around the left end and got the first down and much more into Western Michigan territory.
And Chris, this is a matter of the Huskies running Huff up in the middle, still faking the jet sweep, and now finally giving the ball to Christian Blake on the jet sweep so he can easily turn the corner. I tell you what, just good scheming by the offensive coordinator, Coach U.
You got another player down, Stephen Clark, who made the tackle, is still on the turf for the Broncos. There's a look at it. Looks like they're looking at that right ankle. I think got rolled up on.
Yeah, but the Huskies have shown this play over and over tonight. The Broncos didn't react to the jet sweep, so they finally gave it to Blake late in the 4th quarter when they needed it the most to pick up a crucial first down and keep the clock moving.
Northern Illinois uses that play quite often. Coming into this game, Blake had 11 carries on the year. Spencer Tears had 3. DJ Brown had 20 carries from that slot spot. They really give their wide receivers some runs.
They got a talented group. A young group of receivers, but very talented.
Under 4 to play now. Northern Illinois looking to burn some clock in Western Michigan territory. Childers in no hurry to get this ball snapped. Huff up the middle, puts his head down. Give him 4.
They give you this same action. Run Bailey across the formation, fake the jet sweep, give it to Huff right in between the tackles.
Western Michigan calling another timeout here. And you see right now, if Northern Illinois can win this game, hang on, and then win next week at Central Michigan, if they can get a loss from Toledo in one of their final 2 games, then Northern Illinois will represent the West in the MAC championship game. Toledo beat them a couple of weeks ago, and so Toledo has the tiebreaker. Right now, over on ESPNU, Toledo extending their lead, but Bowling Green hanging in there. 38-27 is the score, I understand, right now in the 3rd quarter. So Bowling Green, surprisingly, although I guess you could say it's at home. So, you get late in the year, these games at home.
Exactly.
It's a lot tougher in conference. And right now, Toledo's having a difficult time at Bowling Green over on ESPNU. And Toledo needs to win that game. Certainly, if Northern Illinois can hang on here in the last 3 minutes and 29 seconds, Des, these guys are going to go in the locker room, get warmed up a little bit, and watch the rest of that game on ESPNU. They're not even cold, though. I mean,
no.
How many of these guys are in there, sleeve, just no sleeves on?
Yeah, man, they're young. They're out there running around. Just, we're up here just standing, talking, trying to stay warm. Old guys, blood is thin. You know how that goes. Very, very thin.
2nd down now for Northern Illinois. Jordan Huff is having a monster game, flanking Marcus Childers. Blake in motion. Childers keeps it. Head down. He'll come up 2 yards shy of the first down. And one final timeout here by Western Michigan and Tim Lester in the hope that with 3:23 to go in this game, they can stop him on this 3rd down and get the ball back for one final shot to take it down the field.
You got Huff a little slow getting up. Got the trainers coming out there to check on Jordan Huff.
All right, coming up on Sports Center from LA at 1 o'clock a.m. Eastern. Show is on the road across the street at Staples. Lonzo Ball is going to face Ben Simmons. You're going to want to check that one out. Our very own Mark Jackson breaks down their nights and tells us which point guard he would rather start a team with. Plus, we'll look at some of the best moments from Ben Simmons' rookie season, and Carson Wentz mic'd up behind the scenes with what has been a surprising and really good season so far for the Philadelphia Eagles. Sports Center coming up tonight at 1 a.m. on ESPN. Huff being carried off the field. This is a bad sign here from Northern Illinois, shaking up on that play, and you can see favoring, it's like his left leg. He's had a huge game, Des.
Yes, he has. I mean, he's been the workhorse for the Huskies offense, and anytime they needed a big run, he was able to answer the call. So this is a pretty significant loss for them as they trot Trey Harbison on the field to take the place of Jordan Huff.
25 carries, 185 yards, a couple of touchdowns for Huff. Harbison now on this key 3rd down and 3. Harbison will get the call up the middle, puts his head down, rolls off a tackle, and picks up the 1st down.
Tough run by Harbison. Coming off the bench, they called his number, and he responded. He responded in a huge way, too, when they needed him. 3rd down, huge play for Harbison.
Now with no timeouts left, Western Michigan can only hope that they can get the ball back with a handful of seconds left to go in this game, because with 3 minutes left to go, you know that Marcus Childers is just going to wait on that play clock to wind all the way down before snapping on each one of these next 3 snaps. Harbison again. Maybe a yard.
And Northern right now, Chris, they're just content with playing in the phone booth. They're going to line with their tackles, their tight ends, their H-backs, all close to the line of scrimmage. You just run right downhill at the Broncos defense. And if they're able to continue to have success, I don't think there's anything more demoralizing in the sport of football than knowing you have to stop a team's running game and not being able to do it. They're just running there and imposing their will on you play after play after play.
Jet sweep again to the near side. That's going to be Blake, and he's just going to go down smartly, down gain of nothing, but the clock continues to roll. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
You know, Blake is a senior out of Fort Lauderdale. Really heads up, smart play by that young man, knowing the situation, not trying to get anything more. Hey, I can just fall right here and let this clock keep ticking. They're doing a great job of chewing up the clock. I'm not complaining.
They'll be able to bring this thing right down to a minute left to go after this play. Again with Harbison up the middle, finds a crease, and he's going to pick up a 1st down, and that'll salt it away.
That's just being ready, man. I mean, sitting on the bench, this weather, Huff goes out, Harbison comes in, his number is called, he responds. The most important drive of this game to ice it for the Huskies. Really, really heads up play. Good job by Harbison, just running hard, running tough, and most importantly, securing the football at the end of his runs.
Final minute of the game, victory formation for Northern Illinois. Huskies storm the field. They won't have to snap it again. Disappointing end of the night for Tim Lester and Western Michigan. Rod Carey can certainly now look toward next week. They've got to win one more. They've got to hope they can get some help. They need Toledo to lose tonight at Bowling Green or next week to open up the door to the MAC championship game for the Northern Illinois Huskies. They eventually did what they needed to do,
yes, they
run
did.
the football.
They handled their business, and they ran the ball effectively.
Sutton Smith Big game for him. A couple of sacks and a fumble return for a touchdown. Sparked a little bit of a comeback for Northern Illinois in this one. The Huskies get the win they had to get on senior night here in DeKalb, Illinois. Sports Center coming your way next, folks. Hope you enjoyed action. See you next week.
Sports Center live.
Wednesday Maction makes everything taste better. The game you just saw, as you see, there in DeKalb, Illinois, between Northern Illinois and Western Michigan. We have some gusting, and then it's all about Lance Stevenson, who from Indiana apparently, a little push with his breath to get the ball off the tee. That happens again. I think this is all about Lance. Wind just would not stop. Yep, eventually you gotta have somebody hold on the tee. This is the bad one. Matt Ferentz, he's in punt position, and he gets good contact, and then just the wind just shuts it down. You need a wind cheater. You gotta be like Butch. You gotta have a low ball flight right there. You can't. Yeah, you can't be hitting that big wedge 9-iron. That's what he's saying. Let's go ahead, or it could be Lance in there doing that for him. But again, you just got to listen. You can't see it up there, but you know it's there, and it's evil. That's for sure. NIU, though, big win in this one, 35-31. Stories you want to see. Different side of Patriots coach Bill Belichick practicing at the Air Force Academy this week, but he's a Navy man. A day with Lane Kiffin in Boca. Yeah, it is not the retiree's life. Learn the Owls process. Do not fall for the poison of praise. And an NFL midweek report, teams get back to work on Wednesday, and we are there. Eagles, Cowboys, Rams, Vikings, and the Saints, too. And with all of that, SportsCenter is on TV. We're the Johns, A and B. Thanks for having us. The King of New York playing tonight in the Queen City.
LeBron James, 23-1 against the Hornets since Michael Jordan became majority owner in 2010. His best win-loss against any team over that span. Coincidence? 7-7 Cavaliers. Yeah, they're just 7-7. Got to get going. 5-7 Hornets. All right, Michael Gilchrist, outweighed, but that's not terrible. 18 pounds. Still, LeBron the bully gets to the hoop. 18 pounds, enough there. James, emptying the platter as he does when Michael's watching. Cut to the hoop, dunk it in. James was 12-24 from the floor. High volume shooter on this night with Michael at the end of the bench. Step back three. James was 4 of 7 shooting threes. That of course is an excellent percentage, over 50%. Court vision. He'll get the secondary assist had that gone. Instead, he gets an offensive rebound and a bucket. 31 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. He had 19 in the first half on excellent shooting. Third quarter, Cavs are down by 4. Kemba Walker draws the charge. That's the third foul on LeBron. Just a minute later, again, whoa! LeBron called for the offensive foul. Tough one here. The shoulder is lowered a little bit, but of course, that's a big, strong man. Foul, you're too strong. So LeBron goes to the bench with his 4th. He would not commit another foul the rest of the game, or at least one wasn't called. Channing Frye puts it back up and in. Frye, 9 points in 20 minutes off the bench. There's Kyle Korver for 3. Korver did not have a good shooting night three-point-wise. He was only 3 of 10. Channing Frye, pure. Frye was 1 of 4. That's the only one he made. So the Cavs go on a 16-6 run while LeBron was on the bench with that 4th foul. Yeah, there you go. There's your exclamation point pretty much for LeBron. Again, 31 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists. And the Cavaliers get over 500. They are now 8-7. Jeff Van Gundy helped call the game for us on ESPN tonight. Jeff, after 15 games, what's your assessment of the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Great offensive team, highly intelligent, pass it and shoot it extremely well, and a very limited defensive team right now because they're not the quickest team. They don't have a lot of size to protect the rim. They have some innate challenges that are going to be hard to overcome at that end until they get Tristan Thompson back and maybe get some support or reinforcements from a size standpoint. But they're an outstanding offensive team.
Yeah, Thompson's a huge key, as you mentioned. And one more, Jeff, we'll let you go. I'm curious, what do you think this team will look like once Isaiah Thomas comes back? People seem to forget he even exists. He's like the second best player on the team, and he's not there.